You ruined the surprises for yourself. So
You're the one that said to check the loops were going to be in there. That's the only reason I was in there in the first place, and it's like right there.
They're here. Look. I literally put it at like the first two so you wouldn't miss them. Right next to them.
Right, I know, but the whole thing is here, and at the very bottom it has that title, PHP, and it's a picture of you. And I'm like, did Vince record like a little voiceover video or something? Like, what is this? I wanted to see, so I checked it out out of curiosity. I wasn't worried about what you were going to say or put. Like, we're the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub, Vince. As long as you're not being homophobic or racist, which you're not, unless it's D'Lo Brown. I'm not really worried about anything coming out of your mouth.
I don't even know if I want to play it anymore.
Well, I mean, nobody else has seen it besides me and Katie. The chat hasn't seen it. The people that are going to watch live haven't seen it.
Well, nothing against the chat or the listeners. It was mostly just to get a pop out of you guys. I wanted to see what you guys. I wanted to see your live reactions to the thing.
If it makes you feel better, I immediately said Vince is a fucking heel.
Mm-hmm. He did.
Anyways,
very raw, Jesus, and you're not gonna like me tonight, but we'll see.
Whoa, why? What'd you do?
There's something that Jesus isn't a fan of that I am. We're gonna bump heads on that. So,
is this Roadblock related? Because fuck, all the homies hate Roadblock.
It is not Roadblock related. Sonya Two Straps is the tentative title for now. Thank you to our anonymous friend in a group chat.
Anonymous?
Well, they said they didn't want to be given credit for the titles, so.
I paid attention. I glanced at the chat.
You understood the assignment?
I always understand the assignment.
Always?
Más o menos, sometimes.
Let me pull up the Google Docs before we get started. So I have my shit so that I can read the ads during the show.
Oh, you know how to read? Congrats.
Right? It's crazy.
I'm so proud of you. They grow up so fast.
Are you okay, Vince? You look very concerned.
I am very concerned.
Do you need to go?
No, I had my notes and I saved them. Now I can't find. I thought I saved them, but they were gone. I couldn't find them, and I'm a little nervous that I've lost my notes.
Well, that's okay. You've got Katie and us here, and the only thing that neither Katie or I watched was Rampage, because I forgot it existed, and Katie was not home to watch it. She also didn't catch SmackDown, but I did. So
why? Because I got home about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Nice.
We'll get you through. It's not Dominic related either. Sorry, Jesus. I was looking shit up and I moved away from the chat. It's well, we'll let it be a surprise for you. I don't wanna pop my load too early.
Now you want to not pop your load too early and ruin the surprise for yourself.
He's just gonna be bitter about this now.
All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Vince, are you ready?
Ready or not, let's go.
Oh my God.
You want me to do it or are you going to do it?
Oh, I thought you were going to do it.
I can do it. I have it right here.
Somebody do it.
Shh.
No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to smack it raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome to the number one wrestling podcast on Pornhub, the Smackin podcast, where just because Vince is podcasting from his kitchen doesn't mean his stepsister's stuck in the oven. I am your host, the patron saint of podcast, and the warden, Matt Ritter, and I am here with my co-hosts this evening. She is the shaman of Sheelite, host of the Sheelite Showcase, inside the mind of, in the crowd, wondering why the fuck she is here, and the very soon returning story time with Miss Katie Kinsey, baby.
That's me. Hello. I have food in my mouth. I'm so sorry.
You want to do your thing, Vince? You want to do your thing?
Oh, I thought I was going to get a whole intro and stuff. What's
needy?
What's the side like? What's the
I'm
side?
back, and I'm better than ever. Got a knack for making things better. Face back, 'cause your opinion don't matter. It's me.
He is the Pornhub Poppy, the Sultan of Spitter Swallow, Daddy Delgado, my friend Vince.
Hey Matt, how you been?
Yeah, see, I run the show and I had a plan, and you should just do things and not argue with me, because you were gonna get an intro after your "I'm Back" video played.
Okay, well, in my head when I was in rehearsals, I imagined I'd get the intro and then I'd play the video as my response instead of actually giving the response. But I'm good. Glad to be here, Matt. Back after my excursion from other podcasts. I'm back with a new gimmick and better than ever, apparently.
Jesus wants to know if you have a stepsister and also hates you.
Does he hate me because I have a stepsister, or because he didn't know I had a stepsister?
Probably both.
Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, those are all courtesy of Jesus.
What are all courtesy of Jesus?
All the clips or whatever, those are all courtesy of Jesus, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you just don't have any pictures of yourself? Jesus keeps all the photos of
Yes.
you?
He's my official photographer.
Jesus, do you have dick pics of Vince? Because if so, I'm gonna need to talk to you after the show.
Why do you want some?
Listen, I'm not saying I want some. I'm just saying I've been telling you there's a lucrative career for you over on OnlyFans, and if Jesus is the holder of all your dick pics, I think Jesus and I can have a nice little side business.
A side business?
I think I deserve royalties here.
You won't do it, so we got to do it without you.
Yeah. Damn.
Number one taquito on Pornhub, ladies and gentlemen. How you guys doing?
Good. Chilling.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Good. Katie, you got any news and rumors for us? This is like the third week.
You are aware I just got home 20 minutes ago.
I am not. I was not aware of that. You did not tell me that. It's not like we had that conversation prior to going live. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Nope, no, not at all. Solus Ko got married.
Yes, that happened.
No longer solo.
Dolo, exactly.
Dolo.
I said it yesterday and it just sounded right. It's fine. Just let it happen.
I don't think that's what that means, but I'll give it to you. I'll let you.
It's not what it means, but just give it to me, please. I don't ask for much. And then the whole Sonya got arrested because she had a gun in her glove box. She has a permit for Florida, not in New Jersey. Valets are checking glove boxes now, apparently, so everyone be careful.
Well, let's talk about Sonya Two Straps, because you and I had a little chat during your show yesterday where you, rightfully so, said that it was wrong of her valet to go through her glove box and look at her personal shit and then report her to the cops. I, while I agree with you, also feel like that does not excuse her for illegally carrying a firearm. As a celebrity, she should know better and should be licensed wherever she takes that gun, especially if she is going to be smart enough to leave it alone in a car where someone can find it.
I look at it like this. This woman was stalked and her home was broken into. So she just wants to be ready at all times. I understand. Yeah, you need a fucking license. Whatever. I understand it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying you never fucking know at this point now. Like, that girl is traumatized.
No, I get that. It's just, if you're going to do it, do it legally so that you don't have to worry about this shit.
I mean, it was legal in one state.
Yeah, and then you went to another state and you left it in the glove box, which
She's
as
probably
fucked
going
up
home to
as,
see family.
sorry, Vince, go ahead.
I mean, my whole question was, did she intentionally mean to leave it in the glove box or take it with her? Like, the valet is wrong for going through the glove box, unless he was snooping because he knew it was a
Well,
celebrity.
you'd still be wrong if he was snooping.
Yeah.
You're wrong regardless.
He's wrong regardless. So there's that aspect of it, but it's like, yes, someone shouldn't have left it in the glove compartment. The glove
Maybe
box.
she forgot that it was even in there.
How do you forget you have a loaded weapon with you if the whole point is to have to...
What makes you think it was loaded, first and foremost? Could have just been gun and then bullets. That is a thing people do.
They call it a clip.
I know.
Okay.
I know guns.
Or we're assuming that there was a clip. Maybe she just wants the gun to pistol whip someone.
I didn't know if in like Pennsylvania you guys still had muskets and shit.
No, I don't think so.
There's a little bit of wrong with everything in the whole scenario.
Don't have
What, Matt?
muskets don't have clips, so I didn't know if you knew the terminology because it's Pennsylvania.
I'm not like one of the Amish just chilling in the fucking farms.
You're a Quaker, like
I am not.
Everyone in Pennsylvania is a Quaker.
That is 100% false.
Yes, that's what my oats tell me. All right.
Quaker.
We are no. This conversation led to a weird path last time. I'm not doing this.
Do you have a preference for Quaker oats in the morning if you're making oats?
I think this conversation led to Quaker strippers or Quaker porn, one of the two.
It led to Quaker porn on the 200th episode, and then some very weird looks from certain people.
I'm not going to give anyone any weird looks, so we can explore the conversation if we want to.
I'm pretty sure you were there for those conversations, Vince.
Yeah, and I wasn't given any weird looks.
I didn't see you.
Anyway, that is it for news and rumors. Is Solo got married. So Solo is no longer Solo. He's Dolo, as Katie said. And Sonia fucked up, left the gun in the car, and then a Snoopy person found the gun and reported her, and now she's got to deal with shit because she wasn't licensed in the state she had it in.
I think that's it. I don't have anything else written down. If something happened today, I clearly didn't write it down. So
I didn't see anything today.
Okay. Then we're good. I think.
Okay.
All right. Vince, spit or swallow?
Well, I guess I'll just start off with, because it's technically could still be considered news and rumors. I'm going to swallow that ROH actually did some tapings, and we actually got some ROH wrestling. So, for whatever reason, I like the aesthetic of it all. Okay. Yes.
You're swallowing ROH tapings, even though I know for a fact you said you were not going to pay to watch what ROH taped?
No, because I could always go on Twitter and catch the highlights.
Okay.
And who knows? Eventually, I might pay to watch. Who knows? Like, I like the aesthetic of it all. I like the roster that they have tentatively at the moment. If they actually split up the rosters and have a Ring of Honor roster and AEW roster, I think it'd be great, especially with the likes of Athena, Willow Nightingale, Sky Blue, Claudio, Eddie Kingston claim to be ROH and not AEW related. So I thought it was cool. I like the venue. I like the feel of it all. It kind of reminded me of like NXT back in Full Sail, but instead of gold, it's red. So no, it doesn't, because it's ROH. It's not AEW.
You got to read the comments so people that are listening know what you're replying to. So Jesus asked, does the AEW boycott apply to ROH? Because Tony Khan owns both.
He owns both, but my boycott is exclusive to Dynamite. And unless the Elite starts showing up in Ring of Honor, then we're all good.
I mean, they are former Ring of Honor champions, so they might.
You have yet to show up.
They had legitimately 2 tapings. There's time.
Two great tapings without the Elite. Things can change.
Might not even be. I mean,
Things
your
could change.
boycott may be done by tomorrow because if the House of Black runs through the Elite and they're no longer champions, boycott over.
Sunday.
Always bet on black.
You are correct. Always bet on Black, especially in Vegas.
Always been on Black in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There. That's my first swallow is ROH actually doing tapings.
JJ swallowing Trish being the longest Pan-African Diaspora champion. Katie, spit or swallow.
I'm going. Where'd it go? I'm going to swallow Cody Rhodes versus Chad Gable. Who's surprised? Nobody. I love Chad Gable. I love this man with my whole heart and soul. And this is just like, I want good things for Chad Gable. And Cody's grown on me. I will say, I'm not mad at everything he's doing. I like saw bits and pieces with him and Roman on Twitter, but I was like trying to stay off of my phone while watching my niece and, you know, talking to her. So, I didn't really see anything about that. But the match, Cody and Gable, 10 out of 10. Cody's cutter at the very end, nice. Chad selling, nice. I was about it.
Well, sit back, relax, and unbutton your pants because we're going to talk Cody. We're going to talk Cody. And I am swallowing Cody because not only with that match did Cody say that since Roman doesn't have the courtesy of meeting him on Raw, he knows Roman was going to be on SmackDown and he was going to meet him. Roman started the show and barely got into the ring and grabbed the mic before Cody's music hit to confront Roman. And he's like, listen, despite what your wise man might say, I'm not here to fight you, so I don't think you need your cohorts unless you think you need your cohorts. And Roman's like, all right, boys, everybody out of the ring, let's go. Then he tells Cody, he's like, let's get comfortable, and takes the belts off his shoulder and throws them at Cody's feet, disrespecting those titles in the process because he knew it was going to fuck with Cody. He says Cody's career had been proving, or Cody says that his career has been proving that the impossible is possible. Him and his friends turning an indie promotion into what it is. He didn't reference it by name, but referenced it. Mm-hmm. All these things, and beating Roman is no different. It's not impossible for him. Roman reminds Cody that he's never even sniffed a WWE or Universal title, let alone the main event of WrestleMania, and he's way in over his league. Roman says that Dusty, or that he was trained for this business by his father, but also by Cody's father, Dusty. And he's like, don't worry. I love your dad. I'm not going to disrespect him. But when him and I were in a room together, it was like you never even existed. And then told Cody, I'm going to teach you all the stuff your daddy never taught you come WrestleMania.
Oh my God. Okay, continue.
Cody said, you're right. I didn't exist, but I need to exist. And the only way I can exist is by beating you at WrestleMania. And I'm going to. With all the fire and passion that is Cody Rhodes. And I fucking love it. I fucking love Cody. I fucking love this feud. Fucking love all of it. I'm so fucking hyped for WrestleMania.
Just throw all the F-bombs in there, why don't you, man?
Fuck you, Vince.
Not with you. I'm swallowing everything. That's actually was my first swallow before I did the impromptu ROH stuff, but was the Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns face-to-face on SmackDown. Cody Rhodes' promo, like talking about how he's going to be on SmackDown since the Tribal Chief has been ducking him, essentially. It's great. It genuinely does feel like he could genuinely beat Roman Reigns for the Universal WWE Undisputed Heavyweight title of the Northern Hemisphere. And I'm all for it. I want to see it.
I do want to point out that Roman did do a Dusty impersonation during his promo. He's like, let me try and do Dusty. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, Roman Reigns has nothing on the Warden Matt Riddle when it comes to doing a Dusty. All right? Listen, baby, you got nothing on the Warden, Roman. You may have the titles and the body and the good looks and all those things and the hot wife and, you know, the families and things like that, but I have the impersonation. So suck it, Roman. Anyway. Yeah, so that'll happen. And then also the match on Raw with Chad Gable, which Katie loves her some Chad Gable, I think.
Chad Gable!
You know, between him and Tiny Hands, I'm starting to think you have a thing for guys under 5 feet.
No.
I'm starting to like the more you talk about it, the more it seems like she doesn't have a type. Because look at Wardlow, you look at Chad Gable, you look at Rhea Ripley, Sonya Deville,
See,
like it
Chad
fluctuates.
Gable ain't like that. Chad Gable ain't like the others. I just want really good things for Chad Gable.
However,
Honestly.
Vince, you're wrong because you just described 3 people. Because like we watched last week, we talked about it. We watched Chad Gable pick up and toss Bronson Reed. Rhea Ripley tosses people. Wardlow tosses people. Katie just wants to get tossed by somebody. That's all this is.
I said that.
And I don't think we're talking about her salad. We're just talking in general. Anyway.
Sir. My goodness.
We talked about manifestation last week, Katie. I'm manifesting it out in the world. You get tossed.
Careful what you manifest, though.
Hopefully
See,
something
she wants it.
happens. Goddamn.
Let's see where I'm at because I gotta pull my notes back up. I'm going to swallow. All right, we'll do this. So aside from the Roman stuff, there is also still the Sammy, Jimmy, Jay Roman stuff. So Jimmy's on Raw trying to hold it down for the bloodline. Street Profits aren't having it. They come out talking shit. Jimmy and Solo have a tag team match against the Street Profits, get the win, start beating down the Street Profits. KO makes the save. All really good shit on Raw.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Loved Montez, loved Dawkins and everything they did. Fun shit. But then we continue it over on SmackDown where Roman pulls Jimmy aside and says, listen, you need to go talk to Jay and find out what the fuck's going on. Let him know he needs to figure out what's going on. He comes back and he's like, hey, what did he say? He goes, he said he needs some more time. And he's like, really? He goes, well, actually what he said was leave me the fuck alone. And Roman's like, oh, really? All right. The problem is Sammy. Your brother didn't start acting all selfish like this till Sammy came around. So if we get rid of Sammy, then maybe Jay will come back. So tonight, I want you to go down to the ring with your brother for his match against Sammy, and you end Sammy tonight. After Jimmy leaves, he looks at Paul, and Paul's like, what happens if Jay doesn't come back? He goes, if Jay doesn't come back, I'm blaming Jimmy, not Sammy. So Roman's putting like hits out on Sammy, also secret hits out on Jimmy. They go down to the ring. They beat the shit out of Sami Zayn after the match, but Sammy fights his way back and gets out of it and runs away. And Roman is in the back just fucking pissed that nothing is going his way on his way to WrestleMania after all the shit with Cody. So everything bloodline, Sammy, Jay, Jimmy, all that on top of the Cody stuff. Big swallow for me.
Not only that, there's layers upon layers because there's Kevin Owens that they're dealing with on Raw, Sami Zayn on SmackDown, Cody Rhodes challenging for the title, the disappearance of Jay Uso, like being disassociated with the bloodline, Jimmy being manipulated by Roman basically like on edge and uneasy about the way things are going, and Solo's just living his best life getting married. So like there's just so many layers.
And last week we talked about how AEW just gives us the tip and pretends that they're giving us the full 6 inches, and that's being generous for AEW. Roman's out here giving us 12 unapologetically, just foot long, dicking us down with story, and I fucking love it.
It's the aftercare there too.
Too bad dicking us down with story can't be the title because it's got dick in it.
Damn it. It's terrible.
Gotta be careful about that now because our titles were getting us in trouble. I can apparently say dicking us down on YouTube, but I can't put it in the title for the thumbnail. Come on now.
Nope.
Not even if we censor it with the eggplant emoji.
Maybe. That might be a long title though. We'll have to see how it fits. And I also really do like Sonya 2 straps. So Vince, spit or swallow.
Okay. I'm gonna go with I'm just gonna do it because it's one of the bigger things of all wrestling. Lita and Becky Lynch winning the WWE Women's Tag Team titles, and the return of Trish Stratus helping even out the odds and helping Lita and Becky gained the championships. I thought it was great. I loved it. That was a cool moment to see Becky, Trish, and Lita in the ring together, just celebrating. And then on top of that, like the post non-recorded televised stuff of Seth Rollins coming out and picking up Becky Lynch and celebrating with her and celebrating with everyone while his theme song plays. It was a great moment. It was fantastic. And the match was great too. Like I enjoyed the tag team title match. And I'm curious because I don't know where this leaves Damage Control's members, Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. Will they challenge for the titles or will they be out of the picture? Will Bayley do something with Trish? Will Bayley do something with Lita? There's like so many options here, and I'm not really sure where they're going to go.
Real quick, well, we have Travis here. Travis, if we use an eggplant emoji instead of the word dick, can Dicking Us Down with Story be the title of the episode? Let me know in the chat. Katie, I'm curious as to your thoughts on this because you were very clear last week, because I listened back to the episode, that there's some things you did not want. One of those was Becky and Lita winning the titles, and the other was the return of Trish Stratus, which you and I both agreed on for various reasons, despite the fact that people have pointed out that Lita had a single story with Becky that I just don't ever remember happening.
Wasn't canon.
Non-canon, that's why.
After you watched this and you got all the feels and saw your girl Lita holding up a tag team title, is it a spit or a swallow for you?
So I have it as a swallow, but it's more so the fact that, and again, I love Trish, but like Trish literally didn't need to get involved. I just don't understand. I get it. Trish is great. I love Trish, but we didn't need this. And like, I love Lita. Her holding gold, that's fucking awesome. 2023, Lita holding a championship. Who would have thought? Not me. My only thing about this, like last week, I was like, I don't think they should win. It's too close to WrestleMania. Now, here's what I think will happen at Mania. This is me guessing at this point. Becky and Lita, Damage Control, Ronda and Shayna, because they want to get them in the fucking tag picture somehow for some fucking reason. We get that, and then we just get Trish and Bayley. Because you had to bring Trish in for something.
Yeah.
Give her something to do. Don't put her, like, keep it separate. Like, you can keep Bayley and Trish kind of away from all the tag team stuff. Let them do their thing. Let the tag teams do their thing. Put the titles on whoever the fuck you want. Lita won a championship in 2023. It's something I never thought I'd see. So, I don't know. I have a lot of mixed emotions about it.
Yeah, you're torn.
Here's what I'm going to say. Wishful thinking. Reports have been that Papa H wants to cut down the number of matches on WrestleMania for both nights, which means more than likely this is going to be a 6-woman tag. Also, I've always said WWE is about moments. Seeing Lita at the end of Raw holding up a tag team title with Becky Lynch is a moment, and for that it's getting a swallow. However, I am not going to ignore the fact that as much as I love her from my childhood, and she is one of my first wrestling crushes, the match on Lita's end was a little rough.
Yeah.
Even though Trish did 2 moves, I will give Trish credit. She looked far better in the little bit of stuff that she did outside the ring than Lita did in the ring. And I do love Lita, and I think she's great, but I'm not really sure she's ready for anything lengthy. So this title run's probably only going to last till WrestleMania. I don't see it going much further, depending on who she drops it to or how it goes. So
I'm with you. I agree. Just to like wrap it up, like I'm gonna go ahead and
like you wrap it up.
I'm just gonna say the inclusion of Trish is a swallow currently because I felt like it was just to even the odds. They got kind of like when Lita showed up to help even the odds with Becky versus Damage Control. And if it sets up for either a 6-woman tag or a Trish versus Bayley match, I'm all for it. However, if this is just like Trish like tagging along and doesn't really set anything up, then I'm gonna be disappointed that they couldn't like not include Trish with anything Lita related, because I feel like Trish has had more moments than Lita, even though Lita did have that one singles run with Becky. but that should let you know the fact that Matt didn't even remember it, even because it was non-canon. Trish had a run with with Alexa Bliss and also with Becky Lynch as well. Charlotte? She had a
Trish
run
and
with
Charlotte.
It was Trish and Charlotte, and then it was, I think, also Trish and either Alexa or Trish and Becky. But Trish had at least 2 singles runs.
I don't think Trish ever had anything with Becky, and if she did, I just don't remember Becky's feuds apparently. So then that could be a thing
She
too.
didn't have anything with Becky.
Unless it was something with the 4 Horsewomen. I just apparently blank out on Becky feuds.
I get that.
Katie, spit or swallow?
We'll just save the theme of women's matches. I'm gonna swallow Asuka versus Carmella. I'm happy Carmella's back and living her best life, not taking any shit, going after Asuka. I love it. And now she has a match against Bianca next week. I really thought Adam Pearce was about to turn into a triple threat, and I was gonna get a little salty because I kind of just want the one-on-one between Bianca and Asuka at Mania. But I loved the match. It was fucking great. 10 out of 10 for both.
So this is where me and Jesus are going to bump heads because along with agreeing with you about the match from Monday Night Raw between Asuka and Carmella, the possible team up of Chelsea Green and Mella, as someone called them, Chella, I feel like fits, and I fucking love it. I think it would be fantastic. I am all for it. Jesus was all over Twitter like, no, keep Carmella away. And I get it. Like, if you love Carmella and you hate Chelsea Green, whatever. But their characters were fucking vibing, and I am all fucking for it.
Chelsea Green called her cute. Which is true.
She's not wrong for it.
Give me Chella.
Coachella. I'm the same mindset there. No.
Go ahead, Vince.
No, I was going to say the same thing. I had that listed as one of my swallows as well. Asuka versus Carmella. Carmella's been looking fantastic as of late. I was rooting for her in the chamber. I was rooting for her in this match. She put on a solid showing versus Asuka. And I wouldn't be opposed to, maybe it's a fatal 4-way for the women's tag titles. And it's Chelsea and Carmella versus Shayna, Ronda versus Becky, Lita versus Damage Control. Because WWE likes to go ahead and have that as their default for the women's matches when it comes to the tag titles. Fatal 4-way women's tag team title match. They've done it at least 2 or 3 times at WrestleMania.
So we don't need to do it again.
And we don't. I'm just saying.
I say do it again and have them Karen their way into that fucking match. Please. I want it
That's
so
what
bad.
I was going to say.
They might.
Karen the shit out of it. Also, shout out to Bianca because god damn.
Montez Ford is one of the luckiest men in the world.
While we're on that subject, I didn't love the Titanic commercial from this week.
Okay.
Understandable.
No, we're just talking Bianca, so I want to I was hoping for more. I was hoping for something funnier than him dropping his phone into the ocean. We could have done Paint Me Like One of Your French Girls instead of, that scene. There's a classy way they could have gone about it and done it, Katie. Listen.
I don't
could have been Paint Me Like One of Your French Girls, and then before she removes the robe, Dawkins walks in and he's like, what the? We could have done something fun. But instead we got that. And it was not my favorite. It was not my favorite commercial that they've done for WrestleMania Goes Hollywood.
It's only the second one.
Well, no, because we have all the previous ones too. So
yeah, but we haven't seen. Well, so you mean in general, it's from 21 as well, or
that is correct in general. From
okay,
WrestleMania,
all right,
all of them.
I thought you just meant about this year's WrestleMania. I'm like, Matt, there's only been 2 official ones released. Yeah, the Seth and Becky one had a lot of time. Seth really got his dance solo in there in his commercial. I felt like Montez and Bianca was a little bit rushed. It seemed very short
because they picked a scene that doesn't have a lot except the I'm flying Tez. That's the whole fucking scene in the movie. That
they should have made it more dramatic and zoomed in, do a wide
or
shot
let him drop her in the water, have Dawkins come in and
that would have been funny.
Distract him or something. He accidentally lets go and she falls. Something could have made that better. Anyway, I am swallowing, surprisingly, because we talked about this and specifically last week, Katie and I had a whole discussion about why this is an attraction match and how I don't give a fuck about it. But Monday kind of fixed that because I'm swallowing Brock and MVP setting up the match with Omos. Brock crashes the VIP lounge, promises no suplexes as long as MVP gets in the ring. MVP, being the idiot that he is like, all right, yeah, cool. No suplexes. I can do that. I'll get in the ring. Brock makes MVP sell him on the match, and MVP says basically that Brock is everything he says he is and everything that everyone says he is, but he can't take Omos like he does a regular man because Omos is not a regular man. And I'm thinking, but he took Big Show, but he took other guys that size, maybe, or that weight. Neither here. He's older.
Girl.
All right, it is what it is. Brock lights the pitch. He wants to seal the deal with a handshake and a drink out of his flask. MVP spits the moonshine into Brock's face.
White lightning.
Which is moonshine. And then MVP takes an F5.
The segment was fantastic. I still don't care for the match.
I'm just now I'm a little more excited for it than I was before. Now we got something in there to kind of be like, all right, cool. And as Apron Bump said, Brock versus Omos is gonna fuck. It's either gonna fucking suck or it's gonna fucking be great. But it's gonna fuck one way or the other.
It has to be like Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg at Survivor Series. It has to be that kind of match, or their match that they had at WrestleMania, where it's just a 5-minute like clusterfuck of mayhem. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. Jesus says, I want to see Brock bring the Great Khali back just to F5 him, then Paul White almost, and then Great Khali team up, only for Brock to stack him up and F5 all of them.
What in the fuck?
That sounds like a great idea.
Sounds
Katie,
like
are you
too.
a little more excited for this attraction match now?
A little bit.
Are you attracted to the match?
No. Not at all. I don't know. Yeah, like you said, like the VIP lounge was, it was just Brock being a silly, goofy guy.
Cowboy Brock.
Cowboy Brock, the best iteration of Brock Lesnar. Point blank period.
Honestly,
exactly.
yes.
And like we know he doesn't like champagne, so obviously he wasn't gonna fucking drink it. And then MVP decided to be disrespectful.
MVP do it.
Yeah.
And apparently MVP
Get in
can't
the
hold
flask,
the sticker.
bitch.
He's
Vince,
anti-champagne.
spit or swallow?
I was from swallowing one BBC to another. I'm gonna swallow everything Bobby Lashley. He went out there it was Elias, right? That he wrestled, right? Okay, destroyed by Elias. He's talking to Bray Wyatt on the mic, telling him to keep his name out of his mouth. He's getting up the ramp, and we get the Muscle Man dance back. I love the Muscle Man dance. It's silly, ridiculous. It shouldn't work with the whole Bray Wyatt thing. If anyone else was doing it, I wouldn't care for it. It was great. It was funny. There was a bunch of like badly photoshopped Bobby Lashley flexing images in the Titantron as well. Then to go along with it, hand in hand, he goes over to SmackDown, calls out Bray Wyatt, and gets Uncle Howdy. Here's Uncle Howdy, gets the best of Uncle Howdy. He goes to spear Uncle Howdy. Lights go out, come back on. But he does get the upper hand on Uncle Howdy, which is why he had to retreat and scurry on the way. Vince, please pull up your pants and do the Muscle Man dance. I don't even know how the Muscle Man dance goes. I'll
You
rehearse.
love the Muscle Man dance, but you don't know how it goes.
I enjoy it. I just enjoy the aesthetic.
You use the words, I love the Muscle Man
I
dance.
love the
You
Muscle
can't
Man
even
dance.
do it.
It's the shuffling back and forth for me. You look like a crab.
No, but yeah. Loved everything Bobby Lashley, Bray Wyatt, Uncle Howdy, everything. Chef's kiss.
I agree. I know a lot of people aren't into this. I am absolutely 100% into it. I'm into everything Bray Wyatt. I don't care how good the match goes. The build's been fun so far. So I'm
I
with
feel
you.
like the match is going to be good. I think it's still going to be good. It won't be fantastic. It won't be.
Everybody shits on Bray Wyatt matches. I don't care.
People don't like fun. That's why.
Elimination Chamber 2015.
Oh, okay. Well, no.
17. 50? 17. 17.
You just have a problem with years. It's okay.
I'm not good with years.
The year he won the WWE title.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic moment.
Yep. Katie, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna swallow Piper Niven versus Candice LeRae. Women's matches. They're learning. They're doing multiple women's matches. 10 out of 10. Let's go. Monday Night Raw. Woo-hoo-hoo. Plus, I love Candice. I love Piper. Everything with Nikki's kind of still confusing me. I don't know what they're doing with it.
She's a clingy ex-girlfriend.
But no, she's not. She's definitely not that.
Okay.
But I liked the match. Candice is a very tiny person, so it's always her being like an underdog. So her taking on Piper Niven, who is, besides Rhea and Raquel, is like the biggest, probably strongest person you have on the roster. Besides Bianca, she's doing other things. So I always love a good David versus Goliath type match, and Candice gives me those all the time. So yeah, Candice.
I agree. It was a really fun match. It was a good match. I really like the way that they're portraying Piper. I had fun with it.
Yeah. Good stuff.
I'm spitting Finn challenging Edge to a match at WrestleMania.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I don't give a fuck about Finn versus Edge anymore. This is like the same thing I've been saying with AEW, where it's like, I don't care about Christian and Jungle Boy. I don't care about Matt Hardy and whoever the fuck. I don't care about or Ethan Page. Like, I don't need to see these old guys trap. No, I don't care about Matt Hardy and Ethan Page and whatever the fuck they're doing. I don't care about Jeff Jarrett and anything. And don't get me wrong, I love Edge, but this has just been going on for fucking ever at this point. Mm-hmm. And the whole like appeal at this point was what they did to Beth, and Beth isn't even involved anymore. Nope. So like, I don't need Finn versus Edge. I really don't.
No, we don't. At all.
There's rumblings or speculation that Demon Finn might show up at Mania. We get a purple
big
demon.
Fucking whoop at this point.
I want to see
honestly,
a purple demon.
Big fucking whoop.
You know why I want to really see it? Because my favorite color is purple, and I'd like to check that off my bucket list to say that I saw the purple demon.
I can show you a purple demon after the show if you want.
Why is it purple?
Because I'm white and blood rushes to it. Neither here nor there.
I have more questions now.
Yeah, we'll talk about this later.
Give him a second.
Fuck about Finn Balor anymore. I really don't. Like him in Judgment Day. Like, I hate to say this, and I'm gonna have to. Dom and Rhea are the best part of Judgment Day. Priest isn't doing jack shit, and I could give two fucks about Finn.
Yes, thank you. Finally come around.
And I love Finn Balor, but this whole thing has really not done it for me.
You should get that checked out.
Will you check it out for me?
Okay, here it is.
Don't you have an appointment with him already?
I do.
Yeah, there you go.
We made a dick appointment, and you guys are all invited.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're all gonna be there, so that's weird.
I'm glad to be able.
Not the weirdest thing we've done.
No.
Hey, listen, I don't mind if people want to watch. I'm cool with that. Vince, spit or swallow.
Oh, okay. It's on me now. Just mentioned them. Might as well get them out of the way. President Dom versus Santos Escobar on SmackDown. I thought it was a really good match. I think it's one of Dom's better matches. And obviously, he was in the ring with Santos Escobar. I'm kind of a little confused as to why all of a sudden Santos is a babyface defending Rey Mysterio's honor. I'm not against it. I'm just confused what happens to Selena. Where is the rest of Legado del Fantasma? There's just a lot of questions there. I'm not complaining. I just have concerns and questions as to where Cruz del Toro is and Selena Vega is. Is she playing Street Fighter? What's going on? Selena's in Japan.
Yeah, she's there for the Anime Awards. She's presenting.
Would you like me to tell you why I agree with you, Vince?
Sure.
For none of the reasons that you mentioned, or for the fact that you left out key parts of this, but everything about this segment has confirmed everything I've ever said. One, Santos, terrible fucking leader, has abandoned his people again to be
a martyr.
I had to read Jesus's thing and it distracted me because I wanted to
respect your father's legacy. Spit no.
No, Santos being a terrible leader, leaving his people behind again. Elektra's still down in NXT, just out there, left behind, like he didn't give a fuck, to ride Ray's coattails and ride the coattails of a man who again proved he has no fucking balls. Because Dom stole the mask that he gave to Santos, ripped the mask, and Ray came out and said, "Come on, son, come on, give it to me. Just give me the mask. Just give me the mask." And Ray said, or Dom said, "No, I'm not going to give you shit." And then threw it on the ground. And when Ray went to go pick it up, Dom blindsided him and knocked him on his ass again. I was also expecting a Santos swerve and him aligning with Dom because I don't trust anything from Santos Escobar because we learned down in NXT he's a shady fuck.
You have PTSD when it comes to Santos Escobar. Let me pose a question. I want a genuine answer, like your genuine opinion. Do you care at all if Ray retaliates at this point, or are you at a point where you want him to retaliate more and more every week?
Option one, I don't care. Honestly, it's been too long. If anything, I want Dom to beat the fuck out of Ray and Ray to go away. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like he keeps talking about this is how things are done in prison. Show us how beatdowns take place in Litchfield Women's Prison, where you learn you know how to beat people up in the women's prison. Show us how that goes down. Give us an episode of Orange is the New Black and shank him in the shower. Like, I don't care at this point. I don't really want to see Ray get his retribution. I want to see Dom fuck his dad up and just take that legacy.
See, I feel like, yeah, like there's 2 points of view. Is there's people that just don't care about it, but then there's me and like other fans. They're like, I can't wait for the moment that Ray actually just like beats the shit out of Dom. Whether he wins his match or gets his redemption is another thing, but actually beats up Dominic and Dominic gets his comeuppance because that's what he's supposed to do. He's the chicken shit heel. He's supposed to like just eventually get the consequences to his actions. I'm still enjoying it.
They're trying really hard to do Undertaker and Kane-esque, like I'm not going to fight my brother. I'm not going to fight. Oh, that was fantastic.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. Undertaker and Kane, when Kane first debuted and Undertaker refused to fight him until they got to WrestleMania when Kane gave him no choice but to fight him, that was great. This is not hitting that same mark.
Because that was Undertaker. This is hitting the mark for me because
the reason
and Dom.
The reason that The Undertaker refused to fight his brother was because he got blamed for murdering his parents and scarred and disfigured his brother and had a lot of guilt there. Ray, what his guilt is that he didn't beat his son, so he refuses to continue to not beat his son. That is the story we're saying is I was a terrible parent who didn't whoop your ass as a child. Now you're a piece of shit. So I'm going to continue to be a terrible parent and not whoop your ass because I didn't learn anything.
Listen,
that's the story I'm being given. And your dad agrees with me because I listened to Get Your Podcast and I heard you say it. So your dad knows what's up.
Yeah, my dad was like that, but I guarantee you, if my dad's watching the storyline, he's gonna pop heavy for the time that Ray actually beats Dominic's ass. And I think that's my point that I'm trying to get at is that there are some people that are gonna pop when that actually happens. I think the crowd's gonna pop for sure. I think it's gonna be a thing. But I'm enjoying it, and just so we can move on, I do want to mention I love the Dominic doing curls in that TikTok video where Sheamus and Drew McIntyre showed up, and it was just like the funniest thing ever.
Whether you're beating someone with an extension cord, a shoe, or you want something a little more sensual, like a paddle or a riding crop, or you're hanging out in Litchfield Women's Prison, MySensualSecrets.com boasts one of the largest catalogs on the web across all the varying levels of adult categories with toys for him, for her, and for both, whether it's 2 hims, 2 hers, a him and a her, or non-binary folks as well. They've got toys for everybody. The product line is extensive compared to other competitors in the sexual wellness industry. Orders ship within 24 hours, so customers are always satisfied with both the price and quality and end product of the engagement. MySensualSecrets.com has top-rated reviews and exceptional customer service. So go to sensual.creationworld.com to receive 10% off your order today. That is sensual.creationworld.com. I'm going to send that link to your dad, so that way maybe, he can get something to keep you in line since Ray doesn't know how to keep his son in line. A little demonstration of what should be happening here.
Move on.
Katie, spit or swallow.
Where do I want to go? I'm gonna swallow everything Seth. Him
So
beating up the Miz.
Dom has to set Ray on fire, and then I'll be back on board. Sorry. Him
Okay.
beating up the Miz.
Yeah,
Seth.
you
him beating up the
usually
Miz.
don't interrupt me. What the fuck?
I know, but the thing was there, and Vince was about to, and I was trying to stop him before he did.
I wasn't gonna do anything, Katie.
You literally said so. You said so. You started.
So Seth beating up the Miz, taking his phone, using his face to unlock it, FaceTiming Logan Paul, telling him to show up fucking next week. I fucking hate Logan Paul with a burning passion. I do not want to see this match. I don't care how good Logan Paul is in the ring. I don't fucking care. I hate him as a human being, so I'm not interested. The only
Same.
good thing about this is Seth. Him before he hangs up being like, bye-bye, bitch. Best part. That's all I needed.
I disagree. That part was
Okay.
fantastic, but that was not the only good part. The Seth saying that Miz is a B-hole and Miz being like, hey, I'm not a B-type personality. I'm an A-type personality. And then Seth going, so then you're, yeah, I enjoyed that.
Yep.
And watching Miz get stomped 3 weeks in a row just for shits and
It's
giggles.
so fun. It's very entertaining.
You got anything, Vince?
No, my internet connection kind of froze there for a second, so I missed every single bit of the conversation. So we can
Seth,
just carry on.
Miz, B-holes, A-holes, stomping.
I'm all
Logan
about
Paul,
B-holes and
fuck it.
A-holes. All about B-holes and A-holes except for Logan Paul.
All right. That was the last thing I had for Raw. I agree. Bye Bye Bitch was great as well. But yeah, no, I don't give a fuck about that match or seeing Logan Paul do anything.
No.
Swallowing the continued long-term storytelling of the NXT parking lot being the most dangerous place in the world because now Wendy Chu, also along with Nikita Lyons, gets taken out in the NXT parking lot. We still don't know who the mystery female jumper is. Yes.
I'm starting to believe it's Katana Chance and Casey Kennzer. No,
Ninja Sex Party.
Ninja Sex Party. I think it's done. I think Tiffany Strand is on to something. I think it's done. And it's going to lead to a heel turn. Do I think that's the most plausible answer? Probably not, but that's the one I'm choosing to go with.
I think it's Tatum Paxley, but that's what they want me to think. So
Yeah, fucking red herring.
it's probably Ivy Nile, to be honest with you.
Love Ivy Nile. I hope it's her.
They make you think it's Tatum Paxley, you find out it's Ivy Nile.
Little Pipple. I love her.
Said it here first. I just the fact that the NXT parking lot is the most dangerous place in the United States of America, and very rarely can you go there and not get fucked up or taken out. I enjoy. So
Yeah.
that is my first swallow from NXT.
I definitely wasn't expecting another parking lot attack, but we were getting it's NXT. I'm very intrigued to see what they do with this because there are so many possibilities of who it could be. Too many red herrings because they have actually like a good women's division down there. I don't know. I mean, it's two baby faces so far that've been attacked. It's not gonna be a heel. Come on now.
It's going to be a big face turning heel.
Imagine this: if it is Ivy Nile, then we're combining the two greatest storylines in NXT history with parking lot attacks and sex dungeons because Diamond Mine has their own sex dungeon that they train in constantly.
Well then, trying to manifest some more things. I see there, man.
Vince, spit or swallow?
I am gonna stick with NXT. I'm gonna swallow Tiffany Stratton coming out, getting on the mic after her match and calling her shot, going after the women's title. I thought the promo she delivered was very, very solid. It was good to the point, very believable. This is probably the most I've been behind Tiffany Stratton since her introduction to the NXT roster. I'm all for her. I could see her versus Roxy being the match at Stand and Deliver. And is that the best possible match at Stand and Deliver? Who knows? Probably not. But I'm all for it. I think it's great. I'd love to see more Tiffany Stratton. She's won me over.
Katie, what would you have rather seen at Stand and Deliver? Mako Satomura, Roxanne, or Tiffany Roxanne?
Tiffany, right?
All the homies hate Roadblock. I can't fucking stand this. This goddamn pay-per-view for no reason. It's not even a pay-per-view. It's just a normal fucking episode of NXT. And they just put a little pizzazz on it. Why?
If AEW can do it, NXT can do it.
I don't care. I don't like when AEW does it either.
I mean, technically, it would still be considered a premium live event.
Touche. I guess. I'm still not happy about it. Should be Mako and Roxanne, but no. Give it to Tiffany. You
Mako
put this
versus
much on
Roxanne deserves to be on a
Roadblock.
prestigious stage like Roadblock. I mean, it is a prestigious stage.
It's
Listen,
not.
Roadblockians rise.
I tried to rise last night for Jesus, and he just wasn't there.
All the homies hate Roadblock, I'm telling you.
Roadblockians. Where does he get these words?
Vince?
My chat?
Yes.
Or no, it was...
It was me. I went
Yes.
with Tiffany Stratton.
Okay, so Katie's for swallow.
I'm spitting Schism. Why is Joe Gacy still a thing? I don't like them. They're not... The Chase U thing is interesting, but, like, I'm kind of losing interest. Jesus, I guess we're not homies anymore then, man. I don't know what happened. You like Roadblock. I despise it. It happens. But back to Schism. Like, with the Chase U stuff is okay. It's fine. But it's, like, not my favorite thing anymore. I'm kind of losing interest very fast. I just want Ava Raine to go off on her own and do good things. Really.
Yeah, no, that whole thing's a spit for me. Everything Chase U. They've really fallen off, which is weird because it's like this wave that Chase U was on where, like, for a while they were really good and then they kind of sucked. And then they were really good again, and now they suck again. So none of this,
It's
none of
only up
Chase
from
U and
here, is
Jism
what you're
works for
saying.
me. Maybe it just ends on a low note. We'll see. Because even fucking what the fuck's his name?
The guy with the headband.
Not Chase, the other one.
The guy with the
Duke?
headband.
Yeah,
Duke
Duke Hudson. Dickhead Hudson. Him.
The
The Duke.
He apologized to Thea, but then Thea's like, oh, well, you know, I think Mr. Chase would love to hear that. And he's like, oh, no, I meant everything I said about the school being a piece of shit. I was just saying that I didn't mean to take it out on you. Swallowing Gigi Dolan's promo, because we got personal. Like, she said the last person to beat her the way JC did was her own mom. She's going to put the final nail or her nail in JC's coffin, which sounded like an innuendo that I'd like to watch. This was a different side of Gigi than we have seen, and I really liked it. And I always like, even I'm sure it wasn't fabricated, but like this whole like bringing a little bit of her real life into it and giving us a peek behind where she came from and who she is, because everyone remembers her as either Priscilla Kelly from bar wrestling or that thing, or Darby Allin's girlfriend until NXT when she got more popular than Darby is. I said it. She's more popular than Darby.
I just remember Gigi Dolan as like the indie wrestler brought Munchkins to at Rise Women Wrestling. I did a meet and greet like before the show. I met her, and then I don't know how it came up that I work at Dunkin' Donuts, and she said, I love the Munchkins. I'm like, which ones do you love? I'm like, all of them, whichever, it doesn't matter. So then later on after the show, like after the pay-per-view, I brought her Munchkins. We took another picture together. So there's a picture of me with Gigi Dolan holding the Munchkin, toasting the Munchkin together.
And people say you don't have any game, Vince. Look at you. I mean, it didn't go anywhere for you, but I'm proud of you. You made the effort.
Our Munchkins touched.
Okay. There goes that.
So
Swallowing Gigi and JC and this continued story. I'm enjoying the shit out of it.
Team GG.
Vince, if you can separate yourself from the Munchkins for a second? Spit or swallow?
I'm gonna go ahead and swallow Wesley's open challenge and the returning Nathan Frazier answering it. I was not expecting Nathan Frazier. Matter of fact, in the group chat, it was spoiled that Nathan Frazier was the guy, and I'm like, who? And I'm like, oh, Nathan Frazier. I forgot he was a thing. I completely forgot all about Nathan Frazier. But
Yeah, because he's been injured.
I forgot he was a thing. But yeah, I thought the match was really good. It was solid way to kick off the show. Plus, there was a little like brawl to like as a chase to get to the stage to see who would actually challenge Wesley for the title. So,
April Bub said she didn't eat those Munchkins. I'd argue that not only did she eat those Munchkins, but we know exactly where they went. Nothing.
Yeah, so
Nothing.
anyways, I really liked the brawl part of this.
not the match.
That was cool. I mean, I love baby Seth Rollins. That's literally what Nathan Frazier is. I just not. I don't know. I'm not a Wesley girl, so it's not. I wish someone else would be holding the title. Somebody else. Anybody else? But I did like the brawl part. Like I feel like we haven't seen something like that either ever or in a while. Like people literally fighting for a chance. Like first person in this ring gets the shot. I thought that was entertaining, and people just kind of throwing everybody everywhere.
I thought we saw that with like the whole 24/7 title picture. Remember
That
when
doesn't count.
remember when it was first introduced when Mick Foley was like, "Oh, I'm gonna put the title in the middle of the ring, and whoever grabs the title is gonna be the inaugural champion." It was literally that kind of like clusterfuck of like wrestlers going after each other, like brawling just to get into the ring to grab the title until Titus finally picked it up.
Bold of you to assume I remember 90% of anything 24/7 besides R-Truth.
Those are the best times in wrestling.
I'm still just a little hurt that I made that joke about the donuts going straight to Gigi's ass, which is why it's so nice, and you guys just completely ignored me and moved on with the show. So, also,
No, I'm sorry for trying to be.
I thought that Nathan Frazier was Axiom because I forgot that it was A-Kid, so I was kind of excited that the Axiom gimmick went away, and then I had to see Axiom later, so that just kind of ruined everything for me. So I'm spitting all of that: the fact that Axiom is still a thing, the fact that Nathan Frazier wasn't Axiom, and the fact that I was fooled into thinking Axiom was over because I'm stupid. So spit.
That's your fault.
And it's my show, and I can spit for whatever reason I want. And I'm spitting for that reason.
Touche. I'm just
skip
saying.
Katie though.
That's
Didn't
your
you
fault.
just skip Katie though?
No,
No.
you were talking about Nathan Frazier. This
Oh,
was
okay.
your thing.
I
We're
thought
still
you
on the
were-
subject.
This
I thought you
man
just
misses
went-
a month of the show and doesn't know what's going on anymore.
No, that's not the case. I was just looking up to make
That's
sure you
what
were
it
in
sounds
game.
like. Andy froze.
You freeze.
Katie, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna swallow Mako Satomura versus Zoe Stark. I'm very impressed. I love watching Mako wrestle. She's so good, and it's like the moves she does like are insane. And Zoe's like, I'm not the biggest fan of like Zoe's character or anything, but I will never deny the fact that she is damn good in the ring, and especially coming back from her injury last year. I don't know. Last year, I don't know. Time doesn't really exist in NXT anymore. But I loved the match and Roxanne being on commentary and then kind of just getting in Mako's face at the very end. Yeah.
Jesus said, you mean Roadblock performer Mako Satomura, the final boss.
That's why she's at Roadblock, because she's the roadblock on Roxanne's path to Stand and Deliver. It all makes sense.
She's the final boss. Why is she the roadblock?
Because that's
Someone
the
make it
final
make
boss to get to the end of the game.
If the nope, no, I'm done. No.
Are you roadblocking us? The final boss of Roadblock, yes.
I hate it here.
I'm going to swallow Sol Ruka versus Elektra Lopez. Valentina showing up at the end of the match, knocking out Elektra with the brass knucks because she's got a little bit of that dog in her. So maybe she should go to dog.com, because dog.com is your online dog supply shopping and information destination. Everything your dog needs, from toys to treats and food, is available, including collars and leashes. They even have outdoor gear and water safety gear for your furry friend. So go to dog.creationworld.com to receive up to 64% off your order today. That is dog.creationworld.com. I think Vince froze again. But yeah, no, Soul and Elektra. Love seeing Elektra, even though she's down in NXT because she got abandoned by her terrible leader and left there and replaced. Fun match. I've been really enjoying everything that Soul has going on. And then this whole thing with Valentina and Elektra, where Elektra's been trying to get her to, bring out that vicious side. And she got it out of her, just not the way she wanted it.
True. I love Soul.
I wonder if they went to mycentralsecrets.com to get the brass knucks.
It has a large variety of things, Vince, but I'm not sure that is in there. I'm not 100% sure.
Have you looked?
I've looked and I did not see anything. I've browsed the catalog. I may have placed an order. However, I did not see brass knucks in. Why are you laughing? I have an active sex life. I have a wife, and we enjoy things like this. We're the number one wrestling podcast on Pornhub.
You're allowed.
I know. I was just curious as to why you both giggled at that.
Because the way you just casually brought it up, but it's you, so no, it's not.
I feel like you both should have gone there and placed orders by now.
Who says I haven't?
Well, if you had, I don't think you would have giggled when I said I did.
I just giggle whenever you mention toys, man. That's
still sending your dad that link. Anyway, Vince, spit or swallow. Unless you guys have anything on Soul and Elektra before I move on.
No. Pretty Kyle mentioned thighs, and Tyler Bate was in the main event against him, Carmelo Hayes. That was such a good match. I loved it. Big strong boy versus Carmelo Hayes was exactly the way to end the evening on NXT. Great match. Swallow.
Nah.
You just don't like thighs, apparently.
No, I love thighs. I don't like Tantric Tyler and this whole new gimmick that he's doing where he's like this Zen hippie.
Yeah. I still get to see Tyler Bate, and that's all.
Yeah, but I said this last week on the show with Katie when Katie was talking about it. Something like a shitty gimmick can turn me off regardless of how good a wrestler is. And that's the case with Tantric Tyler and his thighs. Is I'm just not feeling the gimmick. So I didn't care that he was wrestling Carmelo Hayes. I didn't care if they had a really good match. If I don't like the gimmick, I'm checked out. And I don't like the gimmick.
And you know what my
shout out
that was?
Huh?
Do you know what my retort to that was? You know who is in the match? Carmelo is.
And he won.
Exactly.
Yeah, she should.
It's a win for me.
So yeah.
You wanna I was leaving it open so you could gush.
No. I'm okay.
No gushing tonight?
No. Tired.
Come on. Break that dam, open the waterfall, let it go.
Sir, please? No? Mm-mm.
Get it out. Let's hear it.
No.
Carmelo. Okay, fine. If you're not gonna gush for us, spit or swallow for us.
There you go. I'm just gonna gargle, I guess. Everything going on with Brooks and Dunn, now Indus Shear, and now Braun Breaker's involved. I just have a lot of questions, why it. Oh, okay, I guess it makes sense because Braun and Jinder just had a match. Now that I think about it and say it out loud, I don't know. I'm just more curious about I know that's the Creeds, not even Braun. What the fuck am I even talking about?
Braun and the Creeds are teaming up to take on Indus Shear.
That, yeah.
Yeah.
That, and then with the Brooks and Dunn match, because Brooks. I don't know. I don't remember which one's which at this point. Being distracted and not being involved in the match and just focusing on his woman problems.
Brooks is Brooks. Brooks is Brooks Jensen.
Yes.
Dunn is Briggs.
Yeah. Which there's too many names.
Briggs
I'm
and
really
Jensen.
trying. I'm really
Briggs
trying my
and
best.
Jensen.
I
Not Jensen
promise.
Ackles.
I do love
different
Jensen
person.
Ackles. They are very different.
He can't get his shit straight, so he ends up costing him the match, which Briggs was not happy about. Indus Sher want the tag titles. The Creeds want their rematch. They needed a third. They went to Damon Kemp. Damon Kemp's like, "Oh, you want to get the band back together?" They're like, "Well, we need someone like you." He's like, "Fuck you guys, not doing that dumb shit." And then Braun comes up and he's like, "Hey, if you guys need a third, I'll join you." And Julius is like, "Where the fuck were you 3 seconds ago before I had to have that conversation with fucking Damon Kemp and embarrass myself?" And Braun's like, "Oh yeah, no, that was fucking funny." Yeah, no, I enjoyed that part of it.
I
Just
thought
that.
it was lame. I thought it was lame. It was not good.
There's just
Vince
a lot
doesn't
of
like white
moving
people.
parts. That
I like you. I like Katie.
Are you sure? Do you like me?
Not enthused by you at the moment.
Ouch.
wow.
Hi,
Allison's
Allison.
here.
Hi,
I love
Allison.
Allison. Oh, this is great.
I am going to swallow just the tip story that we are getting from AEW of the House of Black and the Elite, because they should have done more. They should have done so much more leading up to this trios match and made it a way bigger deal. However, we did finally get House of Black showing up, dropping the Elite, not making me suffer through an Elite match on Dynamite and having them removed from the building, and then taking the titles to the back to do a little promo in their House of Black. That is the dark room that they reside in, that Malachi brought with him from WWE, and cutting a little promo back there. So I'm swallowing all that, even though I maintain that there was so much more that they could have and should have done to build this, and they only gave us just the tip of what they could have done, and this could have been a way better build. I still all about House of Black defeating the Elite, and the fact that the Elite got their ass kicked on Dynamite is always a swallow for me. So
Always bet on Black. Always bet on Black. I agree with you. I definitely think they could have built this more. Not just given us like 2 weeks of teases and then have them finally show up the go home show of Revolution. We don't know if anything happened on Rampage. I'm assuming no. No
I
one
never know
watched
if
it.
there's anything.
if anyone watched Rampage, please let us know if anything interesting happened on Rampage, especially House of Black related at this moment.
Please and thank you. But yeah, like I want House of Black to win so bad. It's what the people deserve, you know?
That's
Allison
bullshit.
says-
No, that's bullshit. You don't do shit on being the Elite, because being the Elite is not part of AEW. It's not part of it's not on the show. They don't reference it. They don't play clips. They don't do any of that shit. So you don't build a feud on a talent's YouTube channel that only fans of the Elite watch.
See, that made sense when they were building up All In, because it was just a one-time event and you needed to build it up somehow. So that made sense to do it on being the Elite. However, feuds that are on a television program every Wednesday should not be built up on a YouTube channel, a YouTube show. No.
I agree.
Allison's looking it up.
She is the fact checker.
Vince, unless you guys have anything else on House of Black other than the fact that they only gave us the tip, spit or swallow. Also, real quick before I let Vince go, chat, title for tonight: Sonya Two Straps or Always Bet on Black? You choose.
I like both.
Did Vince freeze? Did I fuck it up and then he froze and now he can't go?
I think you did.
God damn it.
That's so disheartening.
Yeah, I know. What if he had frozen like in the middle of his shit too? Oh, are you back?
Oh, he's back.
Look, there you are. Look, see, it worked out perfect. Vince, spit or swallow?
Nope.
God damn it. Fuck.
I'm
listen,
assuming so.
Here's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. If you're sitting here waiting for Vince to figure out his internet situation and come back with his spit or swallow, you might need a little boost of energy, and we have something for you, and that is Dubby. Dubby is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like other energy drinks. They also have no maltodextrin fillers and don't use artificial dyes. Dubby contains vitamins, amino acids, a nootropic, and 150 milligrams caffeine. The product is made in the USA in an FDA-inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP manufacturing guidelines. W has handpicked what they believe to be the 10 most critical ingredients for focus and concentration. W contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks don't have because W doesn't come in a can. W uses Neurofactor, a patented all-natural coffee cherry extract, to help fuel you. This ingredient is what gives W its laser-focused and fast reflex effects, making it especially perfect for gamers or those of you staying up late to watch Smackin' It Raw on a Friday night. Well, Vince has internet issues. They disclose full ingredient amounts, and products will never contain fillers or artificial colors or dyes. W is also sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and keto-friendly if you're on a diet. Go to w.creationworld.com and use code CREATION today to receive 10% off your order. Again, that is w.creationworld.com. Use code CREATION. Oh, look, he's moving. Vince, spit or swallow.
Just as I won't stop taking L's, I need a dub. That's why he takes W. I'm spitting Hank the Hill Walker, Texas Ranger, whatever, just existing on XCTV. I need him to just get on one of those budget cuts and just disappear off the face of the earth.
Wow.
Like it's like
That's
like
kinda
it's no, because it look, listen. I like, what does he add to the product? Nothing. He used to be a security guard. He couldn't do that. What makes you think he's going to be a successful wrestler?
I agree with all of the points you made outside of I don't want to just arbitrarily have someone lose their job.
He could be a security somewhere else. And
I don't
not
want
do
to
that
wish.
job very well.
I don't want to wish that on anyone else. But as you know, it's been fuck Hank Walker since day one over here in Camp Ritter. So
Yeah. So spitting Hank Walker.
Okay. Katie, spit or swallow?
I'm spitting the Jazzles. I'm so fucking tired of this shit. I tweeted, everybody hates the Jazzles. Why is nobody helping Ricky Starks? Jesus made a very good point. Nobody wants to help Ricky Starks because then they're going to get stuck in a feud with Chris Jericho.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's stupid. This is stupid. This shouldn't be going on anymore. Ricky Starks needs to be onto bigger and better things, not Chris Jericho and the rest of the Jazzles. I don't understand.
I agree with everything you said. I didn't need a Chris Jericho versus Peter fucking Avalon of all people match to set up Ricky Starks coming out to save Peter fucking Avalon of all people, and then get jumped by the Jazzholes. What I would like to address is the Sheila yesterday, because your girl Savannah went on this whole thing about CM Punk and how CM Punk annoyed her because he had to be on TV and come out and be on commentary and all of these things. And I made a very concise point that Jericho does all the same shit, but apparently she has no issue with him. And I got ignored because you didn't apparently want to start shit in the middle of your show, which I understand.
Exactly.
However, no. Just in case she's listening, Jericho has done it longer and does it worse. As a matter of fact, he ruins Rampage with his bullshit, which is why we probably forget that the show exists and don't watch. At least not this week. So yeah, there's that. I had to get that off my chest because I felt ignored in the chat over that point.
I was ignored too. Because she was saying that if Punk returns, maybe he's gonna go straight for the title, and it's like keep shoving them down our throats. I'm like, that's exactly what the Elite did. They came back and went straight into the title picture and won the title, which is why I boycotted the AEW.
But to be fair, Vince, like most people, she has a preference of what she likes shoved down her throat. All right? Let's be fair. Not everyone just wants any random thing or specific things they don't want shoved down their throat. She knows exactly what she wants shoved down her throat, and it's a 50-year-old man and two brothers and some weird Canadian. I guess two of them are weird Canadians, but one's 50 and one isn't.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out which was the distinction between the two of them. But Yeah.
She wants a 50-year-old man shoved down her throat or 3 guys at one time.
No comment.
No.
I'm
And
also
this is
pretty
why-
sure she
and this
actually
is why I
alluded to that
didn't.
being a fact on the show. Neither here nor there.
She did not.
Moving
And that is why I
on.
did not bring it up during my show.
I swear she was about to, and then she said her dad listens to that show, which is why she comes on here to say all the shit she can't say on that show. And I'm pretty sure that's where she was going.
Could have been. We'll never know.
I'll find out. I'll bring her back on and ask. Anyway, Katie, that was you, right?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's me.
It's on you.
I'm going to swallow Powerhouse Hobbs becoming the face of the revolution, grabbing the golden asshole from the sky, even though the match did not take place at Revolution, and he doesn't have a match that we know of at Revolution,
Nope.
but setting up a 3-way for the TNT Championship with my boy Samoa Joe, Katie's man Wardlow, and we all like Powerhouse Hobbs, and that's a lot of big meaty men slapping meat. I'm down for
Wow,
that.
titties. I do personally prefer the golden cock ring instead of the golden butthole. I don't know why. It's just a preference. I feel like it looks more like a cock ring than it does a butthole.
I swear, not but 10 minutes ago, you said you were all about a-holes and b-holes, and now all of a sudden you're not about b-holes.
It's true. Run it back.
No,
Someone
well,
clip it.
while that statement is true, I'm just simply saying that I prefer to call it the golden cock ring because
You prefer a cock ring over a b-hole.
Yeah, if I have to choose between the two, yes.
I want you to marinate on that thought for a second and realize what you just said, and then get back to me.
Is he gonna? Okay, ladder match. Let's talk about it. Takeshita.
Who?
Take a shitta. My
More
apologies.
anal
My
analogies,
apologies,
I
sir.
see.
I think it was a blue thunder bomb off the ladder. Beautiful. That was one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my entire life. Commander, who I've literally never heard of, walking the ropes like it's his job, his day job. Loved him. Hate Sammy Guevara and Action Andretti being in that match, whatever. Eddie Kingston and Ortiz just basically brawling and then leaving. Mood. And Powerhouse Hobbs getting the dub. I personally think he should just cash in the golden butthole at Revolution so we get the 3-way match. But it probably won't happen. So he'll get the winner of Joe and War Daddy next week on Dynamite, I guess. But I love Powerhouse Hobbs, so it's a win regardless.
And Eddie Kingston quit AEW after the match when asked about his being separated from his brawl, blah, blah, blah. He said, you know what? Fuck this place. I'm out.
Yeah, and then he said he quit AEW and went to Ring of Honor. That was the loophole.
Maybe
Which is
that's
such
what maybe
bullshit.
that's what I'll cover instead of Dynamite going forward is ROH.
Well, the Elite aren't going to have the trios titles after tomorrow, so your boycott's over.
Sunday.
Oh, is it Sunday?
The
I
pay-per-view's
don't know
on
why I
Sunday.
thought it was Saturday. Is it?
It's because we're accustomed to them.
Oh, yeah, that's
being
right,
on
because we're
Saturday.
doing this. We're doing Getting Off on Saturday because you said
Yeah.
you didn't want to do it after Revolution because you were going to be
No.
all worn out and tired.
It's gonna be like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Long
So.
ass pay-per-view. It's 8 matches. It's gonna be like 4 hours long.
5 hours.
Okay.
Let's be honest here.
I said over, so
Vince, bitter swallow.
I'm gonna swallow Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. Liv for Brutality lives on SmackDown. It was a solid match. I'm all for it. Anytime I get to see Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley just bumping uglies in the ring, I'm all for it. I'm all about it. Swallow, swallow.
okay. I did know.
I
this
would
match was
argue.
happening.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No. You actually. Have
I would argue that neither of their bumping parts are ugly, so I don't.
No,
appreciate that.
I wasn't insinuating that.
I think they were bumping pretties. Episode 283, bumping pretties.
There's an
Could
option.
be. That's 3. We have 3 choices. Are you writing these down?
I'm
Sony
not.
2 straps, bumping pretties, and I
Always
forget what
been
the
on
other one
black.
was, but
Ben on Black.
Always
Oh,
been
yeah.
the black.
yeah. But only Jesus voted, and he voted for Sony 2 straps. So
But then he said no wait, and then he
Yeah,
said
it's not
Rise
going to
of
be called
Rise
Rise
of
of
the
the
Roadblock.
That's not going to be it. So
Fuck no.
that's not an option.
No.
Roadblock
Sorry,
Ring.
Katie, you were
No,
going to
nothing
say
Roadblock.
things about Liv and Rhea before I said bumping pretties.
But it was funny. I did know this match was happening. I did catch little snippets. Rhea has a new submission, apparently. It looks deadly. Pretty deadly, huh? And now someone correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if this actually happened. Did Rhea like give the riptide to Santos? Like
Bumping
during that
pretties.
match? Or like after that match, like on the outside? Did I just hallucinate seeing this on Twitter, or did this actually happen?
I don't recall seeing it. There was a lot going on my end exteriorly while I was watching SmackDown, so I missed a few things during SmackDown.
No, she did, because that's how Dom got the win, was help from Rhea.
Of course.
And they pointed it out in the match. They're like, Michael Cole, who absolutely hates Dominic Mysterio and keeps getting called out for it and does not give a fuck. He's like, why can't he just win a match by himself? Why does he always... Cole was going off about it.
I love Michael Cole. The man's
Who's
just
this
got
Michael?
hatred.
He has a hatred for Dom and Top Dollar, but more so Top
Exactly.
Dollar.
Everything that Dom has, he owes to Rhea Ripley. If Dom ever wins a championship, it should just be Rhea that holds the belt, because he can't win it without her.
Exactly. Oh, Dom had brass knucks. Ref was trying to get them from him. Rhea Riptide Santos, put him back. Dom.
Yep.
Mommy doing work. That's why.
Rhea
Did
Ripley
God
beat
damn
Santos
him.
Escobar,
Did he
and
got
Dom
the
got the
pin
pin.
directly after
Can you
the
believe?
riptide, or did he hit the frog splash for the pin?
I can't
After
believe
the riptide.
Rhea's 2-0 in intergender matches. That's crazy. Good for her. That's a queen right there.
I don't think
I
it's
love her.
crazy. I don't find it surprising whatsoever. She should be 2-0. She should have
Technically,
a
if we go back and we look at every match that Dom has won, you could raise that number even higher, because she's won all those matches. Dom just took the pin.
That's a lot of.
He did
going
hit the
back
frog
and
splash,
trying to-
Vince.
There you go. That's what I thought. Solid frog splash. His frog splash is improving, by the way. It's an improvement frog splash. It's no longer a tadpole.
It was okay.
Cater tot, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna spit Christian Cage. Shocker. I don't need Christian and Jungle Boy, and apparently a no holds barred match. So I was wrong yesterday. There is a stipulation; it's no hold barred. Found that out later last night. I don't need this match. I don't care. Christian didn't need to come back. Didn't need to feud with Jungle Boy. Apparently boring fans. So I'll keep
Sorry.
it.
To be fair, this story's boring everybody, so not from you, just in general.
Because it's not fucking needed.
It was over. It was done. We solved it.
I love
we didn't need to run it
Christian.
back.
Literally.
I love Christian. I'd like to see him do something of significance, but I feel like he'd be more better suited if he were to pivot on over to either Impact Wrestling or Ring of Honor and just like leave everything Jungle Boy and AEW behind. I know. I was very hyped for his Royal Rumble return during the pandemic Rumble, and then going to AEW and then just winning the Impact title. I thought they were gonna do something with him. They didn't. You know,
They just gave you the tip, Vince. That's what AEW does.
and you wonder why I boycott.
Oh, you boycotted because the Elite won the titles and beat.
That was the last straw. You know, there were moments that made me want to boycott sooner.
Beat Death Triangle. I was going to try and say it in Spanish, but I couldn't get the word triangle out in Spanish, so we're just going to go with Death Triangle.
Triángulo de la Muerte.
There you go, that one.
Yeah.
I'm actually swallowing Christian and Jungle Boy, but not because the angle's good or anything. I'm just swallowing the fact that hopefully it's finally fucking over. This means it's over. It's going to be done. Swallowing the fact that after Sunday, we're done and we move on and we never have to see this again.
You have high hopes.
I really do.
You gotta believe in
Fantastic.
something.
My last thing. Oh no, I got two more things. From Dynamite, Tony versus Riho. Brawl breaks out with Saraya and Hayter. Ruby comes in, knocks down both women after the match. Tony versus Riho was a really good match, fun as shit. Riho doesn't get enough credit for how good she is.
No, she doesn't.
Also, would be considered a AEW original, if not the AEW original. Won that title first ever
Yep.
women's champion.
Mhm.
Also, like I said, this is another one of those things where I wish they had given us more, and they kind of started to, and then they backpedaled. However, this is probably outside of the main event, the thing I'm looking forward to most, and the thing I've enjoyed the most on Ramp or Dynamite, as far as what they've been doing. Again, I don't know if they did anything more on Rampage, but I doubt it. It was probably just Chris Jericho talking, and then like Wheeler Yuta had a match against Chuck Taylor or some shit, and Action Andretti went out there and existed against.
I know something that did happen on Rampage, but we didn't watch it.
What?
It was fucking Keith Lee and Dustin Rhodes taking on Swerve and Baby Lesnar.
Oh, I missed that? Fuck.
Oh, so heartbroken.
Damn it.
Your
Oh,
night
I
is
don't know.
ruined. I'm so
My
sorry.
weekend's ruined.
I'm
Shit.
so sorry.
They ruined Keith Lee too. Him and Christian.
Well, we did discuss that Keith Lee may have gone Super Saiyan, but
I was watching the show last week and I saw your theory. However, he's still with Dustin Rhodes, so
ooh, somebody's getting messaged late at night.
No,
Not
it's
me.
just Instagram giving me pointless notifications.
Oh.
Literally nothing.
But yeah, Tony Riho, Saraya, Ruby, Jamie, all that. Swallow.
Hell, 100%. Hell yeah. I would like more of this. I hate him. This AEW Originals versus the Outsiders kind of thing. We're not going to get it because they hate me and they won't give me the women's blood and guts match that I want. But this
what
is
if they
something
did a
that's-
roadblock?
there's no fucking roadblock in AEW. You really cut
And
me
there's
off to
also
say
no
that?
blood and guts match where there is a roadblock. So that's 100% impossible.
Oh.
The multiverse is wide open.
No, that's a New Japan Impact thing. That's not this. They are having a show called Multiverse of something.
I feel like we need to include roadblock somehow in the title because
No.
it's a running gag now,
No, it's Jesus's gag.
and I'm enforcing it.
You
And you're
have no
vetoed.
power to enforce shit.
I'm reinforcing it. So
Yeah,
he's
so anyways, Tony and Riho, great match. I'm very excited for the triple threat, three-way, whatever they're calling it, on Sunday. Maybe we could see where Ruby's intentions lie after the match. Perhaps, who knows? Or during. I guess we gonna find out. Maybe we probably won't find out. Let's be real. We're not gonna know.
Well, I know Vince has nothing because he doesn't watch AEW. Vince, bitter swallow.
what's in AEW. I'm gonna swallow the continued disrespect towards Baron Corbin on Monday Night Raw. This is like either the second or third time where he's about.
Apparently, Baron Corbin said "fuck that" and cut Vince's internet off.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, what's the last thing that was heard?
The last thing that happened was your internet got cut off, just like Baron Corbin did in all his promos. Your internet
Fantastic.
disrespected you the way Baron Corbin gets disrespected.
Well, yeah, I'm swallowing it because this is the most entertaining Baron Corbin has been since bum-ass Baron Corbin, and I'm intrigued to
Disagree.
see where it goes. You
I'm
know,
not.
I am,
This
especially if
sucks.
it leads us down to another bum-ass Baron Corbin road. You know,
No,
all
it's-
roads lead to that. So I'm swallowing it. I think it's entertainment. It's like one of those small little like nuggets that you get on Monday Night Raw right now that I'm enjoying. Frozen
He's
and
getting
never
chicken
felt so good.
I was so about to say the same thing.
Really?
Currently live on another show. Wanted to open and share the love and views and such. Look at Will.
Aw,
Such a great
thanks,
friend.
Will. How dare you schedule an appearance on your week off when you should be here watching me instead? Because you don't know how to take time off, Will. This is not what a week off is. Allison, if you're still there, slap him. Anyway,
I also feel targeted by that statement.
Katie, spit or swallow.
I'm honestly just gargling the casino tag team battle royal. I don't know how I feel about Orange Cassidy and Danhausen being the last team, because what the fuck is this tag team match for Revolution? I feel like it is the most. It is the Guns, who are the current tag team champions, the Ass Boys. First, the Acclaimed, rightfully so. They are using the rematch clause against. I just joked. Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. And now Orange Cassidy and Danhausen, because the best friends got injured last week.
This sounds like something you see in an indie wrestling show, like at AAW or like freelance wrestling or something. Like,
yes. These are actually my work glasses. These are the glasses I wear to work because I don't get my other ones dirty, and I forgot to take them off when I got home. I don't know. I just don't. I didn't like it.
I agree. The whole thing's stupid. The whole setup stupid. This isn't even a real tag team, and you have plenty of like. I hate to fucking say it, but you could have let Butcher and Blade go over.
Butcher and Bland, Tiny Hands and Reynolds Rap.
Yeah, anyone besides
Aussie Open.
And I love Danhausen. I love Danhausen.
Me too.
So it's just fucking weird.
And also, it's also the fact that Orange Cassidy is the All-Atlantic champion, and now you're having him go after tag team titles as well. No more double champions anywhere.
This is why I support Ring of Honor instead of AEW. Better.
Bakley is swallowing Eddie's promo on Ring of Honor, telling Claudio that he promised Moxley he wouldn't touch Claudio in an AEW ring, but Ring of Honor is open game, bitch. There's no bitch there, but I wanted to add it. It felt appropriate.
I'm sure it was. There might have been. Let's go watch the promo.
The quote from Bakley didn't have bitch in the end, so
maybe he was afraid that he'd be censored on the chat, so he didn't want to get us in trouble.
I'd say look up and we'd share the promo. But speaking of bitches, when it comes to copyright, AEW are some bitches, so no.
It's Ring of Honor, not AEW.
Same person owns it. Same person filing
different
the
company.
Claims.
We don't know.
The same wrestlers wrestle for both.
It could be run differently.
It's not.
Only time will tell. I hear the rosters are going to be separated. So.
Vince, shut up. No, it's the same fucking company. It's Raw and SmackDown. There's not even a brand split because there's not even a fucking roster for Ring of Honor for women other than two. So no.
Sky Blue's on the roster. Madison Rain's on the roster.
Since when? Because last I checked, it was Athena and Mercedes Martinez, and that's all they had.
That's all they have on their
just because they're
website.
Wrestling for AE or for Ring of Honor doesn't mean they're officially roster members.
I'd like to believe they are.
Well, good for you. I'm swallowing the MJF promo and the fact that Daniel Bryan Danielson, Brian Bryanson, Daniel Danielson, whatever the fuck you want to call him, the American Dragon, Jake Long sucks a dick. All of these things said exactly what I said last week on our show to MJF's face. I said that I didn't think that Max seemed like a genuine, faithful boyfriend. I'm not surprised his engagement ended. And Brian said to Max's face, you deserved what came to you. It's all about, what was it, Katie? Pinning shoulders to mats and banging rats? Something along those lines?
Shoulders to mats and banging rats. Yes, sir.
Just fucking listening to my show, you little vegan, sexy goat, you. So happy for you. Continue AEW to listen to the show and take all my shit and put it on your show. I'm cool with that. I'm not going to get mad. You don't even have to credit me. It's cool.
They wouldn't anyways.
Maybe take the fact that I don't want just the tip. I want the whole thing. That'd be nice. Give me
That'd be a
that.
nice little tidbit to
Yeah.
take from this. I agree though. Bryan Danielson, the All-American Nightmare Dragon, Jake Long, Bryan Danielson. I gotta put it on a shirt. It'll be on a shirt. I don't have time right now. I'll get it done eventually. I love that and then at the end he was just like, I'm gonna kick your fucking head in. Point blank period. He's a very straightforward man.
That censor job was some bullshit, though.
That censor job was fucking awful. Because then they censored the crowd because the crowd chants it too because they used to do that shit when he was in Ring of Honor. So they fucking censored it. Rick Ross, drops one F unprovoked, and Tony Khan loses his goddamn mind and has to protect everything now. Like, you have
Rick
the
and
money.
Mox. Mox did it too.
Mox did it a while ago.
You know,
Still, that's 2 F-bombs, all right?
I think it's actually probably been more. Let's be real.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Max did one too.
Also, MJF is starting beef with Adam Cole on Twitter, and actually, he started beef with Britt, and then Adam Cole got involved. So, little baby Adam Cole coming back soon. I'm so excited.
You really enjoy this promo, Vince, when you watched it? You like it? It was good shit?
what?
Spit or swallow?
I'm gonna swallow the match that I watched between Solo Sikoa and Sami Zayn in the main event. I know we talked about the ending and stuff like that, but the match itself we didn't highlight enough. I thought it was really good. It's like I can't get over how much I love Solo Sikoa every single week. It's like Umaga and Samoa Joe did the fusion dance, and we got Solo Sikoa. And then, like, it's the coolest thing ever. And then obviously Sami Zayn is just like the most over dude right now, right next to Cody Rhodes. It was a great main event to SmackDown. So it's like we had solid main events to all 3 of WWE shows. Sami versus Solo, the women's tag title match, and then you had Tyler Bate and Carmelo Hayes. All great main events.
I'm not going to give you too much shit about the fact that this was like the second thing we talked about tonight, and you just brought it back up. But in general, I'm going to swallow SmackDown. I did not like a lot of SmackDown last week. I liked everything on SmackDown this week, including that main event. So
I didn't watch it.
I know.
Had it recorded. Had every intention to, but I didn't think I'd be at my sister's that long. So it happens. It's okay.
Katie, spit or swallow?
I'm spitting the fact that we are less than 30 days away from WrestleMania, and there are no Hall of Fame inductees announced. Where the fuck are the announcements? I'm getting sick and tired of this shit. You know who needs to be in the Hall of Fame? Dave Bautista. He's a given. He's going to be in this year. Victoria, for me, needs to be in. Umaga needs to be in. Where are they? Hall of Fame's not real.
I'm sorry, Katie.
What?
I mean, what bigger stage to announce all the Hall of Fame inductees than Roadblock?
Oh man, I love it.
It was right there. But no, spit. Spit the fact that we don't know anyone going in. I knew Jesus would love that. Yeah, no. And Victoria needs to be on that list this year. Better fucking be on that list.
She needs to be. It's just absurd at this point.
To jump on the She-Elite and Young Kings wrestling train, hashtag Victoria for Hall of Fame.
Hell yeah.
I am going to swallow something that I was not too keen on last week. Drew calling out Gunther for the IC title at Mania on SmackDown. Sheamus comes storming out pissed off, says Drew went behind his back. He knows how much the IC title means to him because it's the only title he's never held. It's the one that's keeping him from being a Grand Slam champion. And Drew's like, listen, you want to be honest? You want to be honest? You want to call me a backstabber? You had 2 shots and you fucking failed. So that's on you.
Shit.
Then LA Knight comes out and starts like, I said I was going to be at WrestleMania. Yeah. You can't talk about the IC title without talking about LA Knight. Yeah. And the whole time Sheamus and Drew were just arguing with each other and completely ignoring LA Knight's existence. And he's like, you may not look at me, but you got to hear me. Yeah. And then the New Day come out and just start trashing LA Knight. I'm like, how are you going to win the IC title at Mania when you can't even win a match on SmackDown, bitch?
Yep.
And then for no reason whatsoever, Karrion Kross and Scarlett come out and just kind of stand at ringside while a brawl breaks out and everyone starts beating each other up. And then Kross attacks Sheamus and Gunther. Who knows? Ladder match at fucking WrestleMania for the IC title with all of these people. Who knows?
That's what I said last week, and I think this week on my show. I said people want Triple H wants less matches. Give us multi-man matches. Give me a ladder match. I said either for the IC title or the US title. I manifested that shit. You're all welcome.
I'm still leaning more towards wanting to see Sheamus, Drew, and Gunther in the triple threat for the IC title instead of a ladder match. I feel like you're not gonna highlight everything that Gunther can do in the actual wrestling ring. I don't want to see him in a ladder match with a bunch of other people. Mostly,
it is easy way to get the belt off Gunther without getting him pinned.
Exactly. This is just.
We'll wait till he comes back. Vince, let us know when you're back. Katie, do you have anything else on your list?
One thing.
Okay, Vince, do you have anything else on your list?
No, you actually took my last one, which was the Sheamus Drew stuff.
All right, then let's close it with the potato cake. Katie, spit or swallow, because I'm all out too.
I mean, it's not. I wish I had a better one to end on. I'm sorry. I'm just. You briefly brought up Matt Hardy. I'm spitting the match with Hook. I do not care about Sleepy Justin Bieber. Stokely is the best part about all of this. Him just going into the fetal position after Matt Hardy loses, because now he has to have a match with Hook, which, why we're doing that, I don't know, but I love Stokely, so that's fine. I didn't need this match. You know what could have been in place of this? Oh, I don't know, maybe another women's match, but you have all your women in one segment, so that's foolish of me. I'm so sorry.
And only one women's match on Revolution, which will actually be my final spit. One women's match at Revolution. Because here's the deal. We talked about just the tip. I did that whole thing. I got a new dick related analogy for AEW.
Okay.
Because I said, they just give us a tip, but that's not necessarily always true. AEW for me is like a woman receiving dick pics. Like there's one, 1, 2, maybe 3 guys that you find attractive that you really wouldn't mind getting a dick pic from. Like, I'm kind of curious. I want to see more, but you only get dick pics from the people that you don't want to fucking get dick pics from, like Chris Jericho. And AEW gives me a lot of Jericho dick pics and not enough of the dicks I want to see, like Malachi Black, Keith Lee, Wardlow. I just get teased. Adam Cole, yeah. So AEW giving us dick pics, but not the dick pics we want to get.
I've never related to analogy more. Thank you so much. As someone who receives unwarranted dick pics quite a bit, it's not fun.
Vince, what did I tell you?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, relax. But you brought up only one women's match on Revolution. Where the fuck is Jade?
Not on Revolution.
Apparently. 53-0, and you can't give her a match on Revolution.
Oh, of course, Devin from Clark Street shows up when I start talking about getting dick pics. No, I agree with you. And, those wrestling girls brought up a really good point on Twitter. I'm not sure if it was Queen PR. It probably was Queen PR or Krista B, but they said, name one really memorable Jade feud or match from her run being 50-0. And I couldn't. I really could. There was not an amazing match that she had that really stands out. There's not a feud. The baddie stuff, I guess, but again, that was just something that kind of happened and they didn't really get into it. They didn't give us enough. It was just once every couple weeks, a baddie was no longer a baddie and Jade had a problem with them. And now Layla Gray's over on OnlyFans and not on TV for some reason. Or no, I'm sorry, Fan Time, where Mandy is, not OnlyFans.
Ah, yes.
What's up, Devin? AEW gives us unsolicited dick pics. That was the analogy, essentially.
I mean, it's true.
All right. If nobody has anything else, Katie, favorite show this week?
I think I say it every week just because I never know. Raw.
Vince, favorite show this week?
That's a good question. I'm a little torn here. I'm gonna go Raw.
Okay. I guess I'm the odd man out. I'm going SmackDown.
I didn't watch SmackDown, so
I know you couldn't, but yeah, no, maybe recency biased, but yeah, Jesus is with me. SmackDown for him too. But as per the rule of averages, apparently I'm outvoted. Monday Night Raw was the best show of the week per the Smackin' Raw podcast, even though I don't agree. Katie, tell everyone where they can find you. Will, shut up. I love you. I love you.
wow,
It
damn.
was not Dynamite.
No, it was not that amount. You can follow me on Twitter at KatieRassen13, the link dream about to get all things She Elite Showcase, twitch.tv/She Elite Showcase, typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern-ish, when Savannah's not late. YouTube.com/She Elite Showcase. It's the truth. I say watch your videos because they're way more entertaining. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts if you want to listen. She Elite Showcase is the weekly show. New Inside the Mind of will be dropping on Tuesday, not on Monday because I'm filming it Monday. That's on me, y'all. I'm slacking. A new story time with Katie Kinsey Bay Ray will be up tomorrow. It's about SummerSlam that I went to 2 years ago in Las Vegas. Quick little story time. What else have I done recently? I was on SCW, the wrestling channel, with Steve a few days ago. We're doing Getting Off tomorrow. I'm going to be on Botch Spots and Chair Shots next week. I do a lot of shows. Just follow people and you can find me, I guess.
Vince, talk to him straight.
You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at SCSVince. Hit the link tree in my bio because it'll take you to everything straight talk, everything creation conversation, Smackin' the Raw, Get Your Podcast, the works. The only thing I have to plug would be check out the latest Get Your Podcast episode that I was on. It was a blast. It was fun. And also next week, Wednesday, March 8th, 10:30 Central Standard Time, 11:30 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be having my Wrestling March Madness tournament live stream featuring Box and Chair Shots, Will Gray, Allison, the Boss Bitch, of course, Katie Kinsey herself is going to be there, and TC Fonte from Young Kings Wrestling. We're going to be ranking and determining and advancing the top 64 women in North American wrestling with a little love to stardom. It'll be a blast. It's fun. So go ahead and check out youtube.com/SESVince to watch the live stream there. Turn on the bell notification so you know when the episode and the live stream drops.
And shout out to Get Your Podcast. We love Justin. Vince is now kind of an official, unofficial co-host over there along with Benji. And their sweaty session this week was cutting promos on random subjects. And since I wasn't there to offer a little bit of my own spice to it, I thought, I'd give you a little bit of something, Vince, because your very first subject was coffee. And let me give you how I would cut a promo on coffee. All right. You plugging your shit was boring as fuck. You pretty much put the entire chat to sleep. I'm going to need you to put your headset down, go into the bedroom, wake up Melissa, go in her purse, get some money, and buy every single listener a cup of coffee to wake them back up so that they can enjoy my outro like they should. That is how you cut a promo about coffee.
God damn.
She goes into my wallet. I don't go into her purse.
I disagree.
You
You
can
guys can
ask
follow me
her.
at Matt Ritter. That is at MATTRIDDER on Twitter only. Also, Getting Off, as Katie said, returns tomorrow officially, not the Pornhub watch along, which is available. Pornhub exclusive watch along of the Texas Dildo Masquerade, which you can watch on Pornhub only. Please go check it out. I've gotten a lot of positive reviews about it. So everyone thought it was funny. Apparently they didn't mind sitting and watching 2 hours of a porno with us. So you should neither. Go laugh your ass off and have a good time. The Rack did a great job hosting, even though he's a dickhead. Tomorrow we will be reviewing Megan and talking about some of our favorite or some of the horror movies coming up that we are most excited about. So go check that out tomorrow. We might even share some trailers in case you guys haven't seen them and haven't been watching the Crazy Conversation to get our genuine reactions on that. So 11 p.m. Central Time, Saturday. Come check me, Katie, Justin, and probably not Reek, as we do another official episode of Getting Off. Creation World is the banner under which the Smackin' Raw podcast exists. You can follow them on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at It's Creation World, ITSCREATIA World. You can also go to creationworld.com. If you're watching us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Creation World. Thank you for watching us. Hit that subscribe button. If you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Prime membership subscription every month. Give that to us or your favorite Twitch streamer. We would appreciate it. Get some cool emotes, be in the chat, have fun like all of the lovely people that joined us this evening. Allison, Will, Jesus, Devin from Clark Street, everybody that was here, JJ, all of them. If you're watching us on YouTube, throw us a subscription over there. It's free. You can turn on that bell notification, get notified every time we go live. Justin's in there too. Apparently he just heard the promo that I cut about coffee. This is why you should have me on your sweaty sessions, Justin. I think Patreon. Return to Wrestling is going to get recorded Sunday morning. So a new episode of Return to Wrestling covering 1997's Bash at the Beach featuring Dennis Rodman is recorded Sunday. Will be up on the Patreon very soon. And it only costs you $1 to hear me and Travis talk Return to Wrestling, as well as the multiverse. And then we have other tiers if you want more shit from us. But for $1, you can get more Matt talking about wrestling and suffering through fucking Hulk Hogan. So go check that out as well. Vince, did I forget anything?
No, I think you got it all.
All right, then. For the Pornhub Poppy, the Salt and Spitter Swallow, Daddy Delgado, who is back finally after a month, and everyone's favorite variety of potato, the Shaman of Sheelite, host of the Sheelite Showcase Inside the Mind of In the Crowd, and Storytime with Miss Katie Kinsey Bay. I am the patron saint of podcasts and the Warden Matt Ritter, and this has been the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub.
Yeah.
Didn't even play, Vince. What is that?
What are you talking about?
I played the Io Shirai clip where she's supposed to say bitch, and it just cut off before.
Bitch!
Wow.
You gotta know how to press the buttons.
I pushed it. She popped up. She was there.
Yeah. Well, let's see.
Yeah, how you guys doing? We
Sorry,
actually did that under like a decent time, under 2 hours. Yeah, that's why I ran the outro, because I saw you were distracted.
No, because I finished all my spits and swallows, and you guys kept going, and I did my plugs, and you kept going, and you guys kept going. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna chill here until it's time to go.
I mean, you finished your plugs, and then all I did was cut a promo on coffee for
and
that show, and then plug myself, like I always do at the end of the show.
I wasn't sure if I froze or he froze that time.
No, that was you.
It was you.
Ugh.
So I just made the thumbnail.
I thought we already had a thumbnail.
What are you talking about?
You made a thumbnail. You put it in the beginning of the episode on the stream. I thought that was the thumbnail.
Oh no, I thought that okay. So what I was saying is I kind of like made like a stencil thing that we could do for the live streams that you could just like put whatever you want to do with Brandy Lauren in there or whoever every single week, and then we could just keep doing the thumbnails after we figured out what the title was.
Okay.
Yeah. So like
I just assumed that was going to be like what was going to be on the thumbnail was on there, and you were just going to transfer it to whatever you made the thumbnail with the title.
Well, I was gonna do that, but I find it so much easier just to like pick a picture and just put everything on there as well, instead of like doing a bunch of photoshopping and stuff like that and putting a bunch of collages. So
I'm good. Listen, as long as I got titties somewhere on my shit, I'm good. So
yeah, well, I made Cody and Roman shaking hands. So then I just put bumpin' pretties because I thought it was
we can't
funny.
see that.
That nothing. And he froze.
I do love bumping pretties though. That's one of my favorite things I've ever come up with on
I'm
this
very proud of
show.
you.
Like
proud.
Jesus held us down last week with the show title. Roadblock was not going to be in the show title.
No.
Yeah, we still can't see it. But
No.
you send it to me. They'll see it. It'll be up. But yeah, no, bumping pretties. I was very proud of that.
You should be.
Sasha, did you see the Sasha Banks picture she posted?
Of her
With, like,
bumping pretties with somebody?
No, like her with her grill and stuff like that. So like that's what I made the thumbnail, was like Sasha, like just like with the grill and everything, just saying bumping pretties.
I
And
thought
then
you said you made it with Cody and Roman.
I made two. So like, you know how like for the audio one it's like a squared one, so like it's easier. So I'm like, I may or may not make two different ones.
Yeah, but we didn't talk about Sasha at all this episode. So
we didn't talk about Brandy Lauren at all, but we used to.
No, but we discussed last week at the beginning of the show that we were doing a Brandy Lauren Appreciation Month, and she was going to be on the thumbnail every week. So it was announced last week that out of pure appreciation for everything that is Brandy Lauren, we were going to include her with stuff relevant to what we actually talked about, because we love us some Brandy Lauren. We did not discuss that about Sasha, nor did we even mention Sasha the entire episode.
If I can include Sasha, then I think I will.
I feel like it's misleading. Let's not be misleading.
Don't be misleading.
GoFundMe
for Vince Better Internet.
See,
it's because he's in the kitchen. It's not. If he was in his normal spot, his internet would only fuck up as much as it normally does, not extra.
See, my whole thing is I'm trying to figure out, because I wasn't having internet issues whatsoever until like I want to say like a few months back when
Melissa moved in and started eating all your internet.
No, she was moved in like a year ago, way before that, like a year and a half actually.
Yeah, but she was gone, and then she came back, and
she's basically been living with me for almost 2 years.
But Vince, she left, and then she came back, and when she came back, she started eating all your internet, and then your internet started fucking up.
No, my internet was fucking up before then.
Justin is really delayed. We said boobs like 10 minutes ago.
He might not be watching it live. Because sometimes I do that, where I'm watching the live stream either at work or doing something else, and I have to pause it, and I don't want to miss anything. So I'm behind on the live stream, but I still comment behind. I've done it in the past.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I think it's one of those things where like Xfinity is making it so that I get a different router through them, so that my internet actually works properly. Either that, or I have to like upgrade my internet speed.
I don't think I froze at all this week, so shout out to Xfinity for hooking me up this week.
You froze for me once or twice, and I knew it. No, you at least once, because Katie was like, "Wait for it." Like
was.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, damn. Fuck you, Xfinity. I didn't freeze on my end. I didn't even.
Of course, you never.
Well, I didn't. But normally, I noticed that either Katie froze or like you're both frozen. I never saw Katie freeze. I only saw Vince freeze, so I just assumed it was fuck up on his end.
I didn't freeze at all.
You know what I did notice though, because I was listening back to last week's episode. I start a lot of sentences that I never finish. Like my brain is moving so fast, I will start and I will just stop myself in mid sentence and then just move on from whatever sentence. I don't finish sentences. I just kind of did it, and it was weirding me out as I was listening. Like, I'll just get half a thought out and think in my head like I finished the whole thing.
So what you're saying is, like you never finish. This is what you're trying to get.
Most people prefer that I don't finish.
I would hope you'd prefer to finish.
Trust me, Vince, I finish. I make sure I finish.
All right. Oh, I forgot to make a point about how Tiffany Stratton in her promo was saying she's not satisfied or something, or unsatisfied.
And she wants the title, which you did
sad.
mention.
Yeah. Shout out to Tiffany Stratton. I don't fucking know what's about Tiffany, but I'm behind it.
She's been great since she came back in ring and everything. I just know Katie did not want Tiffany versus Roxanne at Stand and Deliver. She wanted Mako.
It's because
Roadblock is the biggest stage of NXT.
No. No, it's not.
I hate the fact that Cora J has been a ghost the last month.
I mean, that's not true. I've been checking her out on social media. She's posting bikini pics and all sorts of professional photos all over the place. So she's around. You just gotta look for her.
Is it bad that I miss untanned Cora J?
Miss what?
Untanned Cora J.
I don't.
She has to match Braun. They have to be the same shade.
Exactly. They're a couple. They have to go tanning together.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I don't like Braun. Maybe that's where the downfall.
Because you're jealous.
Wow.
Maybe.
I get it. I've been there, Vince. I'm not judging you. I'm just curious. Is it jealousy? Because
It could be.
He's got
Could
Cora
be.
and you don't.
Could be.
I just feel like they
Buffalo.
haven't done a great job with him, and he's corny as shit lately.
That too. I did feel a little envious. I was a little envious towards Darby Allin when he actually was married to Gigi Dolan. So it could be that. It could be that.
Yeah, but Darby sucks.
Yeah, but
And she just has bad taste in men, like Darby. The rumors of the fucking rascal.
No, they're a thing. They're a thing. They post. He posts and she posts him on their Instagrams all the time.
I didn't say they weren't a thing. I just said that she
You
has
said
bad taste in
rumors.
men, and yeah, well, I said rumors because I don't want to believe it, regardless of what they post on their
Matt also
Instagram.
doesn't have Instagram.
Yes,
You're welcome.
she can do better. She can do way better.
Exactly. I'm right here.
Anyone in this call would be better than the fucking rascal. Just saying. Anyone in the chat would be better than the rascal. She could have Jesus, and she settled for fucking Trailer Park King. Well, she settled for Trailer Park Jesus.
She still got a Jesus in her life. It's probably so much HGC. He can't do much with her.
I mean, my understanding is that it makes your balls small. Yeah, I think it does also cause erectile dysfunction. That could be a thing. But I mean, Hogan was on it for years, and he still got a fake dick for his porno. So like,
Isn't it wasn't it like one of those penis extenders or something?
That's what I like to say. Everyone says I'm lying, but that's what I like to believe. Also, if Braun listens to the show, he can go to mysensualsecrets.com and find all sorts of toys to make up for whatever HGH is taken away from him.
Yeah.
And get 10% off his order when he does it. Just saying, Braun. We got you. We got the hookup. Kind of like your uncle used to have the hookup.
Whoa.
Oh, shit.
You don't even know what I'm talking about, do you, Katie?
No. I don't know.
Holler if you hear me. Where my freaks at?
Oh, yeah.
I got the hookup.
Okay. You're right. You're right.
Freakzilla.
Eh?
The more muscular you are, the smaller your penis is in a lot of situations. I am not very muscular.
I knew he was going to say that.
I'm not
As soon
very
as you read
muscular. Matt's not very muscular. Holla. You're not that muscular. You have muscles on your arm, but you're not like chiseled.
Did you not see me do the muscle man dance?
That's like you do a crab walk.
Did you not see that?
Yo, put the guns away, man.
Yeah, you can't go state to state.
I'm married.
Unless
I
you're
don't care
a
what. I was just saying, I don't care what people think of the size of my dick. I got my wife. I got a baby. My dick's doing its job, and she's happy.
Yay. I'm just trying to eat my goldfish and hang out. Let me honest with you. I'm having a great time.
No, I don't want something like that. Let me get my
Skinny
candy
dudes
bowl.
and dad bods are where it's at. See, Vince, you're good.
I'm not skinny anymore, but I got the dad bod.
Oh, and he's leaving.
Okay, bye. He says one thing and then got up. Unprovoked.
Are you wearing pajama pants?
He froze.
And he probably bumped his mic, so his mic's disconnected and he either can't hear us anymore or can't talk.
This is, again, I'm just having a great time eating the snack that smiles back.
Can you hear us, Vince?
Yeah.
Okay. I figured you
Okay.
bumped your mic when you were sitting down in your pajama pants and maybe you jiggled the cord and fucked everything up.
No, I just want to go get my candy bowl.
Well, fuck, if everyone else is doing ASMR eating streams right now, I want to go get some food.
I just have this readily available.
It looks like he's in a police station waiting to be questioned. Are you going into lockup with Dom, Vince?
I wouldn't mind being locked up with Dom.
Devin said shout out to all the married cock.
Shout out, I guess.
Shout out to all the married cocks.
That was the other title was getting dick down by stories.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first option. So we had a few good ones this episode. Getting dick down by stories. Always bet on black.
Sonya
The one we went
Two-Strap.
with, Sonya Two Straps, which we got from an anonymous friend of a show that Katie's been on quite a few times, and I've been on not so much recently. Katie more than me.
Starts with a T.
Hey! It starts with a T. What do you mean it starts with a T?
His name starts with a T.
See, you're giving too much out, Vince. This is a scavenger hunt for everyone to figure out who gave us Sonya Two Straps, and you're just too many
Giving out
hints.
clues. It's okay.
No, you're giving out too many hints that are too easy.
He may be
No,
in a
neither.
certain field.
Nope.
And then the one we settled on, which was Bumpin' Pretties.
I mean, I helped with this, so
You did. You said that Rhea and Liv were bumping uglies, and then I argued that I don't think their parts are ugly. They're probably pretty, so it should be Bumpin' Pretties, and that's how we got Bumpin' Pretties, which, again, is one of those things that was invented here on the podcast that I think you guys should make a thing.
Bumpin' Pretties.
Yeah. Huh?
Make it merch.
I got to talk to Travis about that. We'll see. Vince is still waiting on an answer for whether or not a sticker can be made of something that he made.
I made a thing that had like a comment to put with like the thumbnail for the live streams, and it was "Come spit and swallow with us."
Olivia Benson about to storm in.
I'm okay if Olivia Benson storms me.
I mean, generally, Vince, that means you've done something SVU related if she's coming for you.
She's come for a few men in the show without them doing SVU related stuff.
Yeah, but didn't she get in trouble for racial profiling because of that?
No,
Wasn't that the whole
I'm talking about stuff off duty she was doing.
Oh, well, seeing as you're waiting in lockup to be interrogated, according to the chat, I don't think this is an off-duty matter.
She's making you sweat it out. So, Matt, how are you?
I'm good. Did anyone watch Rampage tonight? Did anything interesting happen on Rampage?
Sorry.
Christian Bale's voice. Where is she?
Good job.
Thank you. I did my best.
Is your throat okay? Every time I do a Christian Bale Batman impression, my throat always hurts afterwards.
I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
I'm not going to say what I was going to say. So, here's some.
Your Starbursts are hitting, by the way. I don't know why I have Starbursts.
Is that Halloween candy?
It's
No.
March.
Because it looked like it was in a Halloween bucket.
Bucket.
It is not
Thank you.
Halloween bucket.
Yeah.
I have that same bowl.
So, for Halloween, I went ahead and bought a bunch of candy, put it in the bowl, bought the bowl, and not to give out candy for any trick-or-treaters, just so me and Melissa, because Melissa was making a joke or like a reference, and it was like, oh, you should buy candy so I can trick-or-treat. And then like we go to every room in the house, and then I say trick-or-treat and give me a piece of candy. And I actually did it with her. And then I'm like, I like the idea of having a candy bowl. So now when you walk into my apartment, one of the first things you see is a candy bowl for any guest or myself to grab at their leisure. So
Oh man, I could have had that candy bowl if I went to Vince's house and super kicked him. Damn. Or no, I wouldn't have. That was before. Never mind. Ignore me. He froze.
Who froze?
sorry,
Vince?
No, he's back.
Okay.
Starburst search. It's because it's like a bunch of stuff. I got like Reese's cups in here. I got Smarties. I have Low Pops. I have Airheads. I have Dubalinas in here. Airheads as well. I think I mentioned that already. Tootsie Rolls. Yeah, there's a lot in here.
Oh, let me see that Tootsie Roll.
I just finished all the Skittles yesterday. No, actually 2 days ago. So
Oh, Skittles. Taste the rainbow, bitch.
but yeah,
What you doing over there, Matt?
I was trying to change the name of the episode, and I don't know if it took her. Well, it says it took at the top, so I don't know if the recording when Travis gets it, will have that or not. I'll just have to send it to him to make sure he knows when he get. Well, he'll know when he gets the thumbnails. But I was like, oh, because
you got the thumbnails.
Oh, you sent them already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh.
Did you send him the Sasha Banks one, even though I said don't send Sasha Banks?
I sent it before you said no.
Hey, Allison, what live show is Will doing?
Oh, yeah.
And is he shirtless in it this time too?
And is it still live? Yeah, why were they all shirtless? Like, I have questions.
Because I'm pretty sure someone thought it'd be funny to be shirtless, and it just became a thing.
I just want to know why Will's like, I'm taking time off, I'm not doing anything, and has pretty much done a podcast every day that he has been off.
Sounds exactly like me.
He did a podcast with me on, what was it, Saturday evening? Like, oh yeah, I told you guys why. Like when I popped in on the Getting Off live stream, on the watch along, we did the trivia with.
There was a lot of DP going on. Oh yeah, Wednesday Night Wallop. That's right. I was like, there's a lot of DP. I don't remember you saying shit about you doing anything with Will.
There
but
was so much unneeded DP.
One could argue that there's never enough unneeded DP. That all DP is needed DP.
Now, if it would have been in any, maybe if we got like better camera angles of it, I'd be okay with it. But that, no.
Again, to be fair, it was 1997, which we did not know going into it.
We did not know going into it. We didn't understand a lot going into this.
However, I have gotten requests for us to do more. I have gotten requests for people to come on and join us to do more.
I would say you have to be selective on who you bring up.
Well, it was Will who requested to join us.
Will obviously is invited to everything because he hoards himself out.
And John. John said he wanted to join us.
See, I don't really know John that well, so I don't know if I'll.
Yeah, no, I get that. I get that. I understand that. I thought about that.
The Will might even just be like a maybe. I don't know. I said before, I feel more comfortable with the squad, especially in situations like that. Yeah, that. And that took me a fucking big can of alcohol to get through.
I'm surprised you even did it.
I done did it.
You did a great job. It was a very fun, entertaining show. If you guys haven't checked it out, go to pornhub.com/model/Gracia and look for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre porn parody watch along.
Question for the chat and for you guys. If you have to tier rank the flavors of the original Starburst, which would they be in? Like, who would be number 1, 2, and 3, and 4?
You don't want to know my answer because my number one is a very unpopular one.
Is it orange? It's going to be orange.
It is yellow. It is yellow.
Okay. Mine's orange. It's orange is superior.
It's orange, red,
orange?
pink, yellow. Or I'm sorry, yellow, red, pink, orange for me.
See, I love the orange.
So orange is your favorite?
Mm-hmm.
What's
like
number 2 and
raspberry anything is like my favorite. So what are the colors? Say orange, pink. I would say yellow, red.
Red's your least favorite?
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
Not a biggest fan.
You know, this is why we're good friends, because red is my number one, pink is my number two, then it would be yellow, then orange would be my last. So
everybody hate orange.
It's not that I hate orange, it's just I like the sweetness of pink and then the red ones. They're like the red one just hits every fucking time. And then the orange one is just too citrusy for me, and I'm not really looking for citrus sensation in my Starburst like that. So this is why we're good friends. You know, like the olive theory in How I Met Your Mother. Like one partner doesn't like olives, and then the other partner likes olives. That means they're a perfect match. That's why we guys are a perfect match, because Katie likes the orange, Matt likes the yellow, I like the red. We all get our favorite Starburst.
Did you go buy us that cup of coffee yet?
I don't like coffee.
Because my W's not here.
Ow!
Did anyone say Will forced himself into anything? I don't think anyone said Will. He said, "I've never forced my way into anything."
I think he was trying to say something.
I'm not sure. Point is, I'm eating all the yellow ones so I can save all the pink ones and red ones for last.
Everybody hates the orange.
I finished the orange first.
I want to know why you hate Thin Mints.
Who's Thin
I
Mints?
don't like the combination of chocolate and mint. I don't know. It's weird to my.
I'm
You're
with
a
you
fucking
there.
menace.
I am a child.
I'm with you there, Katie. I don't like chocolate and mints mixed together. I just don't.
Like, I
Why
like
aren't you
both.
two peas in a fucked up pod?
That's rude.
I will literally fight people over Thin Mints, like physically fight people over Thin Mints.
Wait, hold up, pause, time out, rewind. How is that rude?
No.
She said I was rude because I said you were two peas in a fucked up pod.
Exactly.
Why is it gotta be fucked up?
Yeah, like why? Because you're the one that said that was rude. I'm like, wait, hold up, why is that rude?
Because she said it was rude because I said your pod was fucked up and you're two peas in a fucked up pod. She called me rude for saying that you guys are in a fucked up pod. That is what happened, Vince.
Yes.
I cut off a little bit. I wasn't sure what the fuck was going on.
Man, Devin, your colors are fucking Thin Mint colors. Get the fuck out of here.
Speaking of Girl Scout cookies, I
was gonna say the Clark Street Wrestling logo looks just like a box of Thin Mints.
Kind of does.
mint chocolate chip ice cream, yeah or nay?
See, this is why my love of gingers continues. Becky Lynch, Lita, Alba Fire, Gigi Dolan, even though it's orange, and Bakley.
And Bakley. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't like the sensation of like mint. Anything unless it's in a gum or an actual mint.
It is the color of money. That's why Thin Mints are green, because they're the ones that make the most money because they're the best.
I'd argue they're s'mores. Those are my favorite.
Well, if you look at the rankings online, you'd be incorrect.
Yeah, but I don't go based off of anyone else's rankings but my own. That's where you're wrong.
That was the longest 10 minutes of my life because my computer was not keeping up speed. I was determined. I knew what the fucking answer was, but I was determined, and I was saddened by the result. But it was when I did the Girl Scout cookie thing on my channel, my show, whatever the fuck it is, and I found a list that somebody made of all the best, all the Girl Scout cookies, but ranked worst to best, and it took me about 10-15 minutes to fucking scroll through all of them because my computer's old and slow, and Thin Mints was number one. I'm 90% sure.
I would rather listen to a Savannah, Kenny Omega, Matt Jackson squirtathon than have to listen to you guys shit on my favorite cookie. Both of you shitting on my favorite cookie.
I'm not shitting on it. I'm just saying I don't like it.
I don't.
No.
So
go back and listen to that episode. You shit on Thin Mints.
I did. I'm not right now.
Currently, we're not shitting on Thin Mints. Listen, all we're saying is that we're stating that our personal preference is not Thin Mints or mints with chocolate. You took it as a personal slight towards
100%.
your
Now
own
listen.
taste.
Because you have terrible taste. Gotcha.
Rude. I love chocolate. I just don't like mint and chocolate.
Same here. Mint and chocolate just don't belong together.
Girl Scout cookies.
What's your favorite Girl Scout cookie, Vince? You said s'mores?
Yeah, s'mores. They just melt in your mouth when you bite into them. Delicious.
Tagalongs.
Say what?
Tagalongs.
It's
Tagalong?
chocolate on a cookie. It's fucking delicious.
And she was going to be really upset if they weren't in the top 5.
And they were. I think they were like number 3.
It's Thin Mints, Samoas, and then everything else doesn't matter, in my opinion, personally.
Wow.
Kate likes tagalongs. I get tagalongs because she likes tagalongs because she likes that.
That's why Kate and I are homies. Me too.
But Thin Mints, Samoas, everything else.
I honestly don't remember what was even like after tagalongs. Maybe like Dositos or whatever the fuck. Those are a cookie. I really want Girl Scout cookies now.
I do too, and I saw them the other day, and I forgot that I had cash in my wallet. And I'm fucking pissed because I just found the $50 that I had in my wallet, and if I had known that, I would have bought $50 worth of Samoas and Thin Mints.
Oh my god, I have to go to Walmart tomorrow anyways. I hope there's Girl Scouts just lurking somewhere.
I had Melissa's old boss get Girl Scout cookies, but she only bought 2 boxes, and they don't.
Was it a girl boss?
It was a girl boss.
Was she a gaslighter?
No.
Oh my god, Roman Reigns? I didn't get to stay during the show. I was going to, I forgot.
Yeah, I was trying to say when he was like, when I was bringing up like him like gaslighting or like gassing up Jimmy Uso, I thought you were going to mention it.
1000% was gaslighting Jimmy. It's just ridiculous. It's just blatant disrespect at this point.
Lemon cookies.
Yeah.
What?
Will loves the
What?
lemon cookies. Lemon.
I don't know about that.
Yellow Starbursts are the best Starbursts. Thin Mints are the best Girl Scout cookies.
Say best cookie? No, that's a whole different conversation.
And Mint Meltways are the best Fannie Mae cookies. Or
Favorite burger spot.
chocolates.
Favorite burger spot that you'd like to go to.
Fannie Mae. You're not familiar with the Fannie Mae?
I don't know what that is.
Really?
I don't know if that's a Pittsburgh thing.
Are we talking about like fast food burgers or just burgers in general?
Fast food burgers, because you can't say burgers in general because most people won't know your local spot or whatever.
I am a Burger King guy. I like my burgers flame broiled. The Whopper beats the Big Mac or the Baconator 9 times out of 10 for me if I had the choice. Also, the the fact they brought the stackers back and the double stacker, clutch. Love me some stacker sauce.
I always, if I get a burger, it needs to have cheese in it. So that's why, like, sometimes I don't like getting a Whopper, but there's
You
a
get a
Burger
Whopper
King.
with cheese.
I always hate having to pay extra for the cheese.
My standard. Well, you do that at McDonald's. If you pay for a McDouble, you get 1 piece of cheese. You have to pay extra for a double cheeseburger.
I get a quarter pounder with cheese. That's always enough.
I just get a double cheeseburger.
Portillo's or Culver's?
Portillo's all day, every day.
I think I lean towards Culver's more.
I like their cod dinner and I like their cheese curds, but that's about it. Portillo's, there's a lot of shit on that menu that I'll get.
No, I meant like burger.
Oh, if it was burger, then it's 100% Portillo's.
Okay, because it's grilled.
Oh, hey, no, that's up there too.
Checkers.
So Checkers
Checkers is a really good option. It's
very
affordable.
There was Checkers and there was Rallies, and they were the same. They were the same store but in different areas, and we had a Rallies by us. Love me a Big Buford.
Okay.
Trying to think what else. Never had Whataburger or In-N-Out, so that's on my bucket list.
I have. That's actually one of the fun things Kate and I do when we go on road trips. Like when we went down to Texas, when we went to Austin, Texas, or when we went to Atlanta for a horror movie thing, is we try and stop at all the fast food places that we've never had that we don't get out here. So like we hit Jack in the Box, we hit Crystal, we hit Whataburger, we hit In-N-Out. We do that when we go.
I've had In-N-Out.
I feel like In-N-Out's overrated.
It was very overrated.
You know what I haven't had in like forever, probably since like elementary school, is Sonic.
There's Sonics out here. Sonic's all right.
Not by
my first
me.
choice.
Like I don't like. I think maybe there's one in like maybe Lincoln Park. I don't fucking know, but like nowhere nearby me. I'd have to go out of my way to go to Sonic's.
Speaking of Sonic, I want to go. Well, not speaking of Sonic, but Sonic has tater tots, and that's what got me here. Just so you understand why I'm getting there. Domino's is doing tater tots now with like pizza toppings and shit.
I
saw a
that.
commercial for that, and I kind of want to check that out. They're like, "What's the cure? What's the cure for not getting soggy fries when you get them delivered? Tater tots.
Soggy tater tots.
Soggy tater tots. Your tots are soggy.
Tater tot.
They say they're not. They swear up and down by tater tots, and they say their tots aren't soggy.
Okay, so let me follow up question: crinkle fries, regular shoestring fries, curly fries, or sweet potato fries?
Ew.
None of the above.
Steak fries.
Well, that's what I meant. Like steak fries.
Let's go. Steak fries are the fucking best.
Steak fries and potato wedges. Steak fries are like what you get at fucking Red Robin. They have steak fries. They're thicker fries.
Mm-hmm.
That's
put them in my steak salad. It's fucking delicious.
Crinkles are last. No, crinkles are my favorite.
You're talking crinkle cut fries, regular fries like you get from McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's. Curly fries like you might get from like Arby's. Or actually, if you go to Checkers, you need to get Checkers fries because they're like a seasoned fry and they're really fucking good.
Yeah, seasoned fries. So Aldi has these seasoned fries that taste very similar to the Checkers seasoned fries, and they're a godsend. Like I literally just either have them as a snack or as a side. Will never.
But I am a steak fry person all the way.
Yeah, I like a good crinkle fry. I don't know. I like the crinkleness of it.
I'm a bitch for some steak fries.
Right.
I literally had them last night. Made myself a little steak salad.
Bitch!
There you go.
Yeah, you got it at work. Nice. Good job.
What?
Your snaps.
I love the fact that still to this day, even though we have stopped pretty much using the sound effects, every time, because I played it and it played on a loop, it still makes Katie giggle every time for some reason.
Say
I don't know why.
Say what? That's funny.
I don't know why.
Yeah, the soundboard was just too much to do when you had to try to keep up with it.
Open your mouth wide and take it.
That's a basketball announcer just saying open it.
Which makes sense why I had no idea who the fuck Stacey King was, and I was like, what is this?
Stacey Keebler.
Yeah. Vince Bros again.
This is fun. Bacon cheeseburger mayo only. Ooh, okay.
No mayo for me. I can't do mayo.
Okay, let me ask you guys this: how do you make a grilled cheese sandwich?
Okay.
Go ahead, Vince.
Okay, so essentially, the process is you butter the pan, and then you put both slices. Both slices of the bread out of the toast there. You put a slice of cheese on one of the bread, then you flip it over, and then just kind of do that.
So you do it wrong. Okay, Katie, how do you do it?
You put mayo on the bread, and then you cook it, and then cheese. Add bacon, if you please. Ooh, I literally had a grilled cheese with bacon today at work.
Make your grilled cheese with mayo, not butter, and it is so much fucking better. It'll change your life.
I refuse to put mayo on anything that isn't my street corn.
Cheddar and
if you have not tried it, you cannot refuse it because it is so much better.
I say I refuse to put mayo on anything that is not my street corn / I love it. So there you go. You.
Listen,
Thank you.
Bakley, you don't know what
Thank
the fuck
you.
you're missing.
Thank you,
Trust me.
Bakley. You
A
and I
grilled
are-
cheese.
Great.
You butter the outside of the bread with the mayo, and you cook it that way as if it were butter instead of buttering the pan. And it is
You
so
know,
much better.
there is a chef by trade in the chat.
Yeah, and he literally said brioche, mayo, cheddar, white cheddar, butter the pan,
Butter the
not
pan,
bread.
not the bread. And then he said at Mania 40 he's making us the best burgers ever. So everybody has to go to WrestleMania 40 now.
At Mania 40, I'll make you guys the best burgers.
Yeah, because remember I have to apparently like drive Will and Allison to Philly because Will decided that.
Wait, the WrestleMania next year is going to be in Philly?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where the fuck have you been?
I was just gonna say, where have you been?
I don't pay attention to shit like that unless it's like right around the corner.
Well, tickets are gonna be going on sale soon.
Well, I can't travel, Katie, so it's one of those things I don't really pay attention to since I.
Frozen.
Yeah. Vince has a travel ban.
Oh,
Per-
I remember.
Per what we're seeing right now with his SVU situation. You can't leave Chicago. Did you hear all that or no?
No, I just heard the you can't leave Chicago part, and that was it.
I said Vince has a travel ban per the SVU stuff that we're seeing right now. So he's not allowed to leave Chicago till his court date.
I'm surprised they
Which would
really
be
let
after
him have
Mania
a
40.
camera in there. That's crazy.
They said it's only for my conjugal visits.
Are we?
We'll talk about that off air.
Yeah, that's a not air.
I actually have an ankle monitor.
Vince's dick is so big he can't get it through customs, so he can't travel.
What the fuck?
That's what he said. He was sitting out here talking about how big his dick was because he didn't have muscles.
That's why I couldn't do the muscle man dance. What's the chat's going off?
I don't go to North Africa. Later paid. Oh, wow. Okay.
You know, now that I think about it, I kind of want to go back and see how many current actual wrestlers I've met back in the day before they were actually big.
I really need to go to another horror convention. I also really need to get the TikTok from Mara so that I can go on Creation World and give everyone like a real tour of my office instead of just like the zoomed out view that you guys have from the back. Also, I've decided. So right now I don't have a door to my office. I just have a baby gate up and the empty door frame because after everything's kind of settled, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bookcase to be my door so that my office is hidden behind a bookcase because it's something I've always wanted and I'm going to make it fucking happen in this house. So I'm going to have my office hidden behind a bookcase and I'm so excited about it.
That's so fucking cool.
I also need to go to another horror convention. It's been way too long. And I want to take Zoe. I think it'll be fun.
Oh, she'd love it. Out of the cast, I only need to meet Heel Tactics Justin, and I've met everybody.
That is not true.
I don't think he counts.
Why?
Because he was a late addition.
But he's there. He's in the cast.
Listen.
I was just like,
I didn't want to say it in the chat because I didn't want to be rude, but I was like, that doesn't count.
It does. I've also already met him, so like I'm just meeting him a second time. There's a dispensary up near his house that Kate likes, and she went out there about a month ago with her dad, but I didn't go, so I don't ask questions. My mother-in-law gives me so much shit. Like literally, I was talking to my mother-in-law today, and she goes, "Oh, so you and Kate are going to Kalamazoo, huh?" And I'm like, which is where Rob Van Dam is from. And I'm like, yeah, I guess. And then like it dawned on me they lived in Kalamazoo, and I was like, oh shit, I got a buddy that lives out there. And she goes, yeah, are you gonna go see him? I'm like, I don't know. She goes, what do you mean? I'm like, well, I'm just finding out we're going to Kalamazoo in this conversation right now, so I haven't had a chance to see if he's available or talk to Kate about it all. She goes, you were just going up there and you didn't know where you were going? I'm like, no. And she goes, you didn't ask? I'm like, Kate said we're going to Michigan. I don't need to know where we're going. Like, I know what we're going for. I don't need all of that information. She constantly is like when John moved to Tennessee, where in Tennessee? I'm like, I don't know, somewhere in Tennessee. Well, how do you not know? You didn't ask? I'm like, no, why not? I'm like, because I'm not going to Tennessee to see him. When I need to go to Tennessee to see him, I'll find out where in Tennessee I need to go. Like,
exactly. Your bud, RPD? How the fuck did? No, they're not. He's not.
No, RVD's not my buddy. My buddy lives in Kalamazoo, and RVD's from Kalamazoo.
There we go. Oh yeah, John apparently lives like 50 minutes from Will.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna come visit Matt in April, but not me. What's going on with that?
Priorities.
How about
Damn.
that?
I'm
Make sure you guys
higher on the list, but I'm because we're talking about RVD and
We're
dispensaries.
talking about weed. Make sure you all get pictures together if you meet.
What?
I said make sure you guys get pictures if you meet.
Oh yeah, definitely, because he literally put it out. He's like, we can get that picture that we didn't get at Money in the Bank. Like that was his goal. So.
Wait, which
Hey,
warrior are
I
you
think my
going
name
to,
is
Will?
Oh, are you not talking about Mike again? Are you excluding him from this conversation? You were just talking about Will and Allison.
I was just meant like in general.
Mm.
You know, like when you meet people, when you meet your friends.
Not only is he my friend, but he is our top Patreon subscriber. So I got to show Mike some love. That's why he got in the calf. I said top Patreon subscriber.
I
Top.
should call her. But I do it.
Vince is reading his phone and not paying attention to the conversation. So Will said, "Oh yeah, Poppy, I'm come to Chicago."
No,
next
I'm
month
reading.
for
I'm
Warriors."
reading the comments. I'm reading the comments.
So he's gonna come see you. You're included.
Okay, that's all I need.
Bakley's going to Nashville in 2 weeks, but Will's fleeing the state before he gets there. Getcha wants to meet up with Will.
Everybody's
I think it's time to exchange numbers. I have been saying that forever with specific people, especially one that likes to not read his DMs or show up for shows.
So I read my DMs and show up for shows.
We're not talking about you.
Not everything's about you, Vince. Not everything's about you.
It feels like it could be.
It's literally on you.
I forgot that ever since Will asked to be on Creation Conversation, him and Travis are new best friends now. So I am no longer Travis's favorite white person.
Are you surprised?
Yeah, I am. I've been Travis's favorite white person since fucking 3rd grade.
Yeah, he's never met Will until now, though. Will's a variable he didn't account for.
Listen, I'm a legacy, all right?
Ooh, okay.
I put in work for years to get that title.
Pop off, as you should.
And it only took Will a few, like not even a year, he already superseded you. Crazy.
I just need to know who's going to SummerSlam for personal reasons. That's all I need to know.
Isn't it in Detroit?
Mm-hmm.
If it's in
Detroit. Yeah, Vince, you better start being nice now, motherfucker. I decide who gets Will's time.
Yeah. It'd be what it be. I'm just trying to look for the picture of me with Gigi Dolan in our munchkins. Because it's not on my Instagram, and I thought I had it on my Instagram. I must have just like made it private or deleted it.
Didn't happen.
No, I have it. It was like back in like 2017. Jesus, that was like 6 years ago.
Oh.
I'm gonna tell you, Storm. That's on my Instagram.
Yes, Allison, we co-decide. So Vince has got to suck up to both of us.
I don't gotta do
or at
anything.
least one of us.
I don't gotta do anything. I was able to. I got Will on the podcast, and y'all didn't even know it.
Yeah, and fucked our podcast up.
Exactly.
Fucked us twice in one night, Vince.
Exactly. You're welcome. I'm very proud of that, by the way. That was not the intent, but very proud of the fact that I.
He froze again.
Maybe if he wasn't on his phone looking for pictures of him with Gigi Dolan and donuts and disconnected from his Wi-Fi, his shit wouldn't be fucking up.
True.
Oh, his mouth is moving.
I I saw a picture Cody wrote. That's why.
Well, I like donuts.
All right,
really-
it is. Oh, go ahead.
No. Go. End the stream. And that's what you're doing.
Yeah, but finish what you were to say.
No, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
I want to know now.
I was just gonna say I legitimately need one place to stay for SummerSlam because I have a fucking plan. I literally just need somewhere to stay Saturday night. So I need to know who's going, so I can stay with somebody because I have a plan.
What's
Hear
the
that, ladies
plan?
and gentlemen? Katie needs a bed to sleep in. Anyone got an open bed for Katie? Hit up her DMs
No,
for SummerSlam.
no, not. Let's not do that.
That's what you said. You need a place to sleep, right?
You literally said you needed a bed.
Preferably with somebody I know.
Well, yeah, obviously. You only know the people in the chat.
Maybe you're just.
Would you prefer a couch? Maybe a cardboard box instead of a bed?
I literally just need somewhere to basically keep my suitcase and sleep after SummerSlam, and then I'm leaving Sunday morning.
Oh yeah, because the really pay-per-views are on Saturday.
I'll hit up Sonia after she gets her legal shit out of the way. See if that throuple thing's still an option. She's got some room.
If she's boycotted
Wow.
the party.
Bakley.
Yeah, Bakley. That was why the title of the episode was originally Sonya 2 straps, and that was the big thing we talked about in news and rumors.
It was one of the only two things we talked about.
I didn't have a lot. Oh, AEW's new show comes out in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, but we talked about that last week.
Yeah, but now there's an actual date. I have to write that down for myself so I remember.
Yeah.
Okay, end the stream.
All right, it is 2 a.m. Thank you all for hanging out with us. We love you. We will see you next week. Same time, same place, same face. Bye.
Mm-hmm.